Are we good?
There we go. Gonna go into the boom.
Boom.
They should be
To the
able to
moon.
see and hear us now if
Fantastic,
everything is
fantastic.
going well.
Wonderful. Hello, everybody, guys. Welcome in to episode 1 of the Sunless Citadel, a Pathfinder experience presented by myself for all of these lovely folks here. For some reason, after running 5 or 6 weeks of the previous game, they all agreed to sit back down at my table and let me wreak havoc on their backstories yet again. So here we are, guys. Let's take a moment to make sure that we can introduce ourselves, make sure everybody is fairly well acquainted. I think you guys all know Cobalt pretty well, but we'll start with top left. We'll go with Saki. Saki, tell us a little bit about your character. What is she like?
Of course, I have to go first. My character is named Saki. She is an oracle, and we just made that change, so I'm kind of still getting familiar with that. I don't really know what else to say about my character.
Okay, all right. Well,
what does she, what does she look like?
Yeah, what does she look like?
She has black hair, like black and green robes, kind of basic look.
Okay, like what is there? Does she have any like
She's
significant?
Green eyes.
Does she have any significant clothing, or is there like does she run like a backpack? Is there a weapon that she adorns?
Keeps it very minimal. She has a dagger. She's got some snake vibes. So
okay, cool. We like snake
Snake.
vibes. I want to slide across over to Retsu. Tell us about Retsu.
Retsu is an elf, but he looks very young. He's only 5'6", so he's pretty short. He's actually only 52 years old, which in elf years makes him basically like a teenager, although, you know, he thinks he's pretty smart and knows better than everybody else. He's got green hair, yellow eyes. He wears a hood and is usually masked up as well, like so. And you can't really tell he's an elf unless you've like been around elves, and you can, you know, he's really lithe and he moves gracefully, so maybe you could get a hint from that. He has a oh gosh, I always mess my weapon's name up. Kusarigama. Yes, it's gotta pronounce it correctly. It's basically a sickle on one end and a flail on the other, like a ball connected by a chain. And he could use them basically to get two attacks in a turn. But he has been trained in the arts of the ninja, and yeah, he's a sneaky little bastard. So watch out.
All right, next we're gonna move on over to Seraphina. Tell us about Seraphina.
Hi, I'm Seraphina. She's 150 years old, which is middle age for the half-elf witch that she is. She stands about 6 feet tall, weighing about 200 pounds, with gorgeous gray curly locks. She has green eyes. She wears gowns and robes that are adorned with images from nature that reflect, you know, the magic that's within her. She has a habit of mumbling to herself. People around her not sure how to take that because she is a witch. And she has a familiar. And oh, sorry, the husband just got home and the dogs let me know. And anyway, really,
what's your familiar? Tell us about your familiar.
My familiar. His name is.
He's hidden in there.
I thought he wasn't there for a second.
How much would you like to know about Ferguson?
Just what he is. What is he?
He's my familiar. He's my companion. He's the person, or he's not a person, but he's my only companion. And
is he a dog?
No, he's a beautiful, slimy, oozy toad.
I wish someone would describe me as beautiful and slimy and oozy.
Yeah,
Wonderful
Oh.
series of words.
But
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah. So anyway, her robes, can shimmer when she walks, and she as far as she carries a backpack with just some sensible items. And oh, as far as like, I'm gonna try, but she has a slow and sultry voice that's melodic, but you're going to get this more than that probably. So
Okay.
anyway,
We take
I'll
that.
try.
We take that.
I will try. Oh, and lots of hand gestures, and I was looking for rings because she would be adorned in lots of jewelry, and she's sophisticated but
Lovely.
quiet. Okay.
Mr. Snacks.
Snacks.
Tell us about you.
Snacks is a kobold, and he just loves to steal things. That's his thing. Like number
Yeah.
one, you know. He is very sneaky. He is wearing just some leather armor, but has a nice red cloak that he wears, and he will also have a nice red medallion that kind of like puts the cloak together. Not much else about him. He's a little bit of an asshole, and he doesn't mind getting naked.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
What a ragtag group we have thus far, and we're gonna round it out with Sheil. Tell us about your character.
Hello, I am Sheil, playing Sheil. Sheil is a strapping lad. He is a half orc fighter, stands about 6'3". To look at him, he's a lot more human than he is half orc. I would say like half orc comes more in constitution than anything you can really see. He's got long flowing red hair, about shoulder length, a little wavy. He's got the eye patch for sure. And he has a curiously kind of unbefitting the rest of his scale mail and his walking arsenal, this just dangling platinum earring. And he's all that you'd expect from a fighter, just the strong, silent type.
Love it. And that sort of rounds out with me here, your storyteller. I am your ally, your confidant, the individual that is trying to help you and usher you through the book that is Sunless Citadel. Just to be clear, for Jan, if this is your first time watching, sometimes it is painted in a very narrow and negative look. I am not here to crush my players. I'm here to help them. Typically, they will crush themselves. More often than not, this is what I have learned. So, without further ado, let's descend. We're going to bring the lights in, rein it all in, and set our scene. But first, we will start with a memory. It's only been a week. But man, it feels so much longer. You all gathered with a common goal. To earn enough to keep yourselves fed for a few more days. What was the name of that town again? Was it Stone Table?
Stone Arrow?
Stone Arrow? That memory. It's a blur. It's only been a week, and you distinctly recall meeting a man with worn leathered skin. He introduced himself as Father Henry or Henrik. You're not entirely sure, but you remember his task. It was to find a relic to save his people. You also remember that young owlbear that charged your path, though the details of your survival elude you. The temple comes to mind, but even that's a haze. It's only been a week, and you glance at your companions, sensing how they've survived up to this point, be it cunning, brute force, or trickery. Whatever it may be, they've filled their bellies. You can't recall when your purse was last this heavy with coin. With each step down this seemingly aimless path, the faint jingle of your coin-filled pouch serves as a reminder that food and drink will soon be within reach once more. The wild thing is that each of you cling to this memory fading. A whispered phrase carried on the wind. Seek haven and toil in Oakhurst. It's only been a week and you've all quietly confessed that you didn't know where to find Oakhurst, nor how to reach it. Yet by a strange stroke of luck, you encountered mysterious passers-by and merchants that continued your path with knowing glances and cryptic gestures. It's too early to blame fate and destiny, but coincidence aside, you're left in a bewildered silence, burdened with more questions than answers. Travel has taken its toll, sapping your strength and stretching your patience to the very limit. Your provisions have dwindled, and the bottoms of your water skins only echo its emptiness. When finally, just as you crest the ridgeline, a refuge reveals itself. With no certainty of ever reaching your destination, it appears that you've stumbled on the small town of Oakhurst. It's only been a week. You're at the ridgeline, the five of you together. There you sit or stand, whatever it may be, and the floor is officially yours. With that question ever looming, how the hell did we get here? Why are we here? And what happened a week ago? What do you do?
I think I see a town down there. I feel like we've been wandering for ages.
We have.
I have no
I'm
idea
starting to
how
lose
we
hope.
got here.
Your
Let's try
packs
to
have
find
been thinning. You notice that each of your series of rations have gone down to crumbs. Your water skin's empty. You're waiting on rainfall, a running stream, a brook, whatever you can come across, but nothing. You're probably a few hours out by foot. That's just walking. You could run it, but none of you have the energy for it.
Retsu, you see any rats or snakes or anything around here?
You know, I don't mind eating a bug or two every now and then, but I'm sick of bugs, man. I've eaten about just as many bugs as I can handle, so I say we just go down there. We have gold, we just don't have anything left, so maybe they have food in the town.
Worth the risk.
Yeah, I don't want to eat any more
Anytime.
bugs, do you? I mean, I can go
I mean-
dig some worms up maybe, but
It's all
Yeah.
the same to me.
I'm overeating bugs myself. I agree. Let us continue.
Well, if you guys find
What if-
any, I'll take any you got.
what about your little friend? He never gets sick of bugs.
He's even had his
Ferguson.
fill.
Okay. All right, so we agree we're all moving towards this village, is that, or the town? Is that correct?
The town of
Yes.
Oakhurst
Right.
awaits.
Okay.
I think it's interesting that each of you have moved up to this point. You've arrived at this location, this place that is Oakhurst. And each of you recall that there was a voice, something that whispered on the wind, urging you forward to Oakhurst. And that's the question that sort of lingers and looms. Do you address that at any point in your travel? Or do you just accept it as what is necessary for survival? Are you too tired to even talk about that?
I would be suspicious, but too tired. I wouldn't remember much, but I remember being wounded, or my body would be. So
Yeah, how are
I'd
we?
wanna
We're
push
looking
on.
pretty patched up now, right? For as far as
Wounds have probably and likely healed up to this point. The problem is not so much the wounding, but it's the natural fatigue that has set in. You're thinning. Even you are thin. You are already thin by elven status, but at this point, it's looking grim. Not too many more days, and you suspect that starvation would take some of you.
I mean, I think we've proven that we are more than capable to handle what we could. So if it's just a couple of townsfolk, I don't think we really need to worry.
let's be on our guard, though.
Agreed.
Always on our guard.
if anyone gets in my way between me and a chicken leg, I am going to murder them.
Okay. Well,
And then you can eat their body snacks. You like to do that, right?
I will do that.
As long as you keep your pants on this time, you can be
I'm-
such an embarrassment, Snacks.
We actually make a great team because anybody I kill, you can get rid of the evidence. So we'll never
Got
get
it, 'cause
caught.
I mean, I can even eat the bones. Yeah, nothing to.
Wow,
there.
I got to see that.
Let's just be cautious around water.
Let's just get to the town.
And with that, Mariko
Cautious around
says,
water.
let's just get to the town. But there is this ever-present feeling that looms with you, Mariko, as Saki feels this bizarre innate sensation. Her mystery seems to writhe and entangle deep within her. You know that something is just not right. But be it tea leaves or the entrails of a pig spread out, you'll find whatever it happens to be. This mystery will spell it out for you. So the five of you descend upon the town of Oakhurst. It's nightfall, or at least it appears to be closing in on nightfall. And you know by the time that you are there, that the moon will be well above you. But Oakhurst is alive. It's not like that previous village, stone, arrow, table, whatever it was. You remember there being this pressing matter of decay, of death that loomed. But here, it's not the case. A mere week away, and it's alive. It's bustling. It's a small town, but alive. Where do you go first?
I would look for a tavern of some type, or anything with a sign that points the way. And if I don't immediately see one of those, I would look for a person to ask about it, to ask where I could get some food.
Yeah, I'd be food motivated.
Actually not very hard for you to find this up to this point. You have descended down into the town of Oakhurst. And as you're looking around, I'm going to give you it's a very rudimentary map, but this is what it sort of looks like. And they'll kind of guide you around. They'll show you the similar things here. It should pop up right in the primary center of your map there.
Got it.
Oh,
Beautiful.
I see it.
Oakhurst. Very simple, straight from the book. It's not a very big town. There's plenty of people that seem to be ambling about, but most of them seem to be moving betwixt a few of the buildings and then on their way back home. You do see one particular building that's rather lively. It's an inn. It's adorned with a sign. The sign shows this somewhat middle-aged elderly pig perched up on a stool lighting a pipe, and it's called the Old Boar Inn. Do you find your way inside, or do you avoid it?
That's where the food's at.
That's where the
I'd be
smells of
heading
food are
there
coming from.
First.
Yep.
I think that's our main concern at this point.
And if it's an inn, maybe we can have a comfortable night's sleep in a decent bed.
I don't think I've ever slept in a bed.
Well, you should.
They're
try it.
okay.
Overrated.
It's
You're welcome
it's
to
better
sleep
than the
outside.
floor. Oh, that's not very
Okay.
nice. You sleep outside. Your
I
frog
would
can
like
sleep
to go
outside.
to the inn and have a few libations and soak my aching feet.
Please don't pull those out in front of us.
Oh God. Does your frog sleep?
With one eye open.
Oh.
And with that, you usher yourselves forward into the Old Boar Inn, where you're met with the lively sounds of a fairly successful tavern. I've got a map for you. You might like this.
Ooh. A new one.
Can you see just fine?
Oh, I can. I think. How does it look for chat? It's good.
I like the dude with his shirt off, just hanging there.
I like the passed out drunk guy on the floor.
I don't think I'm seeing anything yet.
I'm trying to find the map. See Oakhurst.
Saki already examining the dead body.
Checking to see
Yeah, I just see
if
black.
there's anything we can take off of this guy.
Hold that thought.
You're a thief too, huh?
Just curious.
This
an
should
opportunist.
fix for you. Bam.
Yes.
About now.
Yes.
There you go.
What about
The Old
this
Boar
dude?
Inn
We're
is
gonna get-
alive. They are thriving. It's not like any place that you've seen up to this point. It's not like the cryptic gestures that have been fallen upon you courtesy of the bizarre and rather timely merchants you've discovered this is a welcome sight. You begin meandering around. Is this what you wish to do here?
I'm gonna look for an empty table that's
You
gonna
got it.
fit us all.
You got it. There seems to be a patron that is leaving a very long table up to this point. A few of the plates seem to have been left, but most of it is available. Most of it is clean. You can see that right here.
Middle one. Okay. Is there any food left over?
So far as you can tell, nothing really. There's a few scraps, but I mean, I suppose if you were interested, you could probably delve deep into this.
Snacks is grabbing whatever there is there, whether it be
Snacks,
whatever,
snacks.
just gonna
Don't
grab it.
don't eat off the
No.
floor, buddy. That
Let's-
makes us look like we can't afford it.
Let's have a full meal. We deserve it.
If we wait just a little bit, we'll get a
But we're
we'll
just
get a
putting
nice
it-
big hunk of meat for you.
But this is all perfectly good. Why would we waste it?
It just makes us look bad. We want these people to respect us, so they maybe give us some work or something.
Okay,
You don't know
fine.
what's been done to it.
Yeah, you might end up with some weird like disease. Who knows who's been walking on this floor with like poop on their shoes? You don't know.
I'm not eating off of the floor. It's on the table.
It's everywhere.
know
I
where
see.
it's
I
been.
see you.
Do you understand? I eat bugs. It's fine. And what it is, it can't hurt me. Anyway, if we're gonna order, let's go ahead and order. Can we get a hold of the barkeep?
Serafina decides to sit over in a corner in a seat away from her comrades because she needs a moment.
You see that there is in fact a barman, and what a man it actually is. He's enormous, not your average size fella. He's probably every bit of 6'4", 6'5", likely closing in on 300 pounds. Portly in belly. He's missing most of the hair on the top of his head. It's developed a bit of a horseshoe in style, very Hulk Hogan in look. He's got a few haggard scars across his body, some that drape down the neck, a few that drape just across the face, and he is pouring a stout. He sees you, but until anyone waves him over, he's not going to do anything. He's not going to favor you.
I'm gonna point at his stout. Just point at it. Just please. Try to hail him over. And if he doesn't notice me, I'll walk up and go over to him.
He sees you pointing, but he also specifically sees Retsu waving wildly so. He places that said stout down, and then he does this motion. He kind of waves you forward.
Oh, I'll approach.
This is just Shiel.
No, I'm gonna be following Shield as well.
Get lots of meat. I'm gonna sit here. I'm tired.
I just keep pointing at the stout. Can I get one of those?
You can. He sees your whistles have not been wet in quite a while, so he finds himself pouring 3 very rich and dark ambers. He
Does
looks to
anybody
you.
else want a beer? Or stout? I'll look behind my back and yell at it to see if anybody else wants one.
I'll take whatever they have.
As he's pouring this, he glances over to each of you. Welcome into the old bar inn. I'm Garon. You come far.
Wish I could tell you that with any certainty.
We have no idea how long we've been traveling.
Weary from travel, then.
Very.
And rather slow and tepid in your answer as well. All right, fine. What? Tell me what it is you're drinking.
Excuse me, barkeep. Could I get a drink down here, please?
Careful of that old lady. She's a
I'll
little
take an
crazy.
L.
Garon himself is a bit of an older guy. You can see that there's more than just a few speckles of salt and pepper in that beard, and his hair, similarly adorning that horseshoe, is the same. Some white streaks here and there, and he glances down. Show me. I gotta look here. Where are you sitting? I don't
I meant
actually-
to sit further down.
Oh
but-
yeah, where does
There we go.
where is he at?
He sees you, and he kind of pauses for a moment. Serafina. You say she's with you?
I did say that, but she's wanting to be alone at the moment, so I'm gonna give her a little bit of time.
Well, stars and stone. You don't see too many lookers like that wandering here.
I could put a good word in for you.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Her name is Serafina.
Serafina overhears part of this conversation and gets
Maybe
up.
you do. Let's see. Give me a perception.
Okay. Perception under.
You first roll.
We also got our first luck reroll of the night because we hit 10 gifted
Nice.
subs. since
Yeah,
we've
I
been
saw
started.
that.
Love that.
Thank
Love
you.
to see it.
Perception.
Thank you for the support.
Perception.
So on the right side of your character sheet,
Yeah, I
it's in
see it. I
alphabetical
see it.
order.
I got it. I got it.
Yeah. You
Wow.
you overhear that. And when you kind of like you glance at him as he's saying that, as after your name is said, yeah, he zippers it up. The lips kind of tighten, and like he sort of like leans in.
What's she like?
So I'm overhearing them. So I get up from my seat and walk over, and I sternly say to Sheol, young man, I don't know if he's a man or not, but please keep my name from your mouth. And
Well,
I
it
look at the barkeep.
wasn't Shield. It was
Oh, it
me.
was you. I'm sorry, Snacks.
No, you can
Snacks,
yell
you
at
have
Another
a
S
penchant
name.
for
It's
telling
My
people.
apologies, ma'am. I didn't mean to cause a fluster in the sight and sorts. I was just taken aback by you, an absolute portrait of serenity.
I believe that I asked you to bring me a drink. I'm a weary traveler. So I will.
am happy
return
to do
my-
so.
Thank you.
I told you, watch out.
Tell me
She's-
when that drink's ready and before he's coming over, because I got something for him.
She's rather feisty. I forgive me. I'm going to tend to her first, and I hope that's not a problem.
Nope. Sounds like she needs it first. Go for it.
Just nod at him.
He definitely pours a stout and finds his way over to Serafina.
I'm so sorry, ma'am. I didn't know that this was your band of misfits.
Yes. Well, I appreciate your quick and eager service. If you will just set my drink, and if you have questions for the others, feel free to ask them, but please leave me alone.
Fine, if that's in what you wish.
He waits for a moment longer.
Serafina picks up her tankard of ale and sucks it down, and like she was shotgunning it.
He kind of leans in.
I'll leave you be, but a blustery woman's one I kind of like.
Finds his way back to the group. He looks to you.
Did I hear her say your name is Snacks?
Yes, sir.
That's a bizarre name. Can say it is.
Yeah.
Well, tell me, catch me up, please. Tell me where's you from? Where are we hailing you from?
You mean recently or like originally? What are we
He
talking
pauses.
about?
There's a pregnant pause before he turns immediately to someone else.
Where are you
Stone
from?
Arrow.
Stone Arrow. Stone Arrow? Where's that?
You don't much know. Truth be told. Maybe a bit
We're
more than
lost,
weariness.
but we found here.
Oh, well, yes, this is, Oakhurst is, well, it can at least be found on a map, it can.
Well, we
Never
got here
heard of
mostly
Stone
through
Arrow?
whispers.
Whispers. Well, I suppose people do be saying good things about us from time to time. What else did they say about Oakhurst? Did they tell you about the old Boar Inn?
Can't recall
No.
that they have.
This is a delight we had to discover on our own.
Out of delight it shall remain, so long as she keeps yelling at me. I kind of like that.
I lean in at this point and I say, don't feel bad. She didn't get you the frog wood.
I don't feel bad. I like him lively. Tough bird,
Serafina,
no.
she gets up from her chair and walks over to the conversation. Feeling the full force of the chugged libation, she lets them know. She makes this statement to the barkeep. Obviously, you nosy man. You have something that you wish to tell us. Quit trying to pick the information from us and just tell us what you want. I am a very perceptive woman.
I can sense that much, yes. I can also sense that you seem to carry a bit of an attitude with you. And while that may work with you and yours, it don't work here. Not at the old Boar Inn, so you can settle it down a little bit.
I'll turn you into a toad while you sleep.
No, I might
Serafina,
like
can
that.
you just relax a little bit? He's serving
I'm
us.
sorry, I've had a bad day. I'm having a bad day. I will go.
Can I get you another ale or something? You know.
No, I appreciate it, Snacks. Sometimes you do have good qualities, but
Very rarely.
I'm gonna go walk. I'm going back over to my seat. And barkeep, could I get another one of those, please?
I guess she's buying it herself. Huh?
I'm buying it myself.
He gives you a curt nod before he leans in to the other lady.
Madam, I sorry I was taken aback by that one there. Not to say that you're not as much so. She's a blustery sort. You seem to be rather
Totally
timid.
understandable.
Tell
I'll
me, how can I serve you?
I'll take your largest size, strongest drink you have. Your darkest ale, whatever it may be.
For a moment there, I thought you were going to say man, and I was going to raise my hand. But I've got that as well.
That does seem to be you.
Well, thank you. And
He kind of like leans back and plops the suspenders off of his shirt, and he gives you this like a single eyebrow straight across the forehead waggle. It's like a wavy carpet. But he seems to pour you something dark, something rich, and he makes sure that everyone has been lined up.
Now make sure you saddle up your tab now. I heard, and, well, forgive me for being so, but in the nature of business, I heard the coins rolling when you stepped through.
What about some food? Can we?
Of course we can do some food. It's no problem.
I'm going to eat this dog by the fire if I am not
Don't-
fed soon.
Don't,
that a dog
we
or
don't
a
have a
cat?
dog. We've got a cat.
The cat.
It's meat.
Big cat.
But you shouldn't eat the cat.
I don't want to, but I will.
Okay.
Old Bob he's mean. He reminds me of that one over there.
Seems to point down to Serafina.
I wouldn't do it.
What kind of?
If it's anything like her, I don't want to eat it.
Well, I mean, it's the old Boar Inn we specify in ham flank. I specialize in it, of course, if you're offering it.
My eye twinkles.
Any
word ham.
of that will do. I'll leave it up to you to just give us some kind of feast at this point. One for everyone, I imagine.
Meat.
Serafina, do you want something to eat?
Serafina gets up again and walks back over to the group. At this point,
Well, why don't you just
Really?
join us then?
Come take a seat.
maybe
take
I
a seat.
shall. I've been sitting over and thinking, and to the barkeep, I do not wish to be rude, but I am I am tired, and sometimes when I'm tired, I say things that come out curt.
Do you have a room here as well?
Aye, we have some rooms. We do have rooms, of course. You know what?
Pretty old.
You know what? I can make my bed. Tell you what. Everyone's buy. How many rooms you buying?
Enough for each of us on our own.
Max
One
only
for-
needs half a room.
Private room for me, please.
Private room.
Right.
Ow.
And for you, Miss Witch,
I would like a private room as well with
private quarters.
a large wooden tub for and access to warm water if possible.
We can
I
make
know
that
I'm
happen.
asking a lot.
How about you, Mr. Snacks? Same for you.
I'll sleep anywhere. So
Give
if
him
one
a
of these other
cupboard.
guys
Snacks
gives
is with
a
me.
room,
You
I'll-
put him in my room.
I'll sleep on the floor.
We're gonna eat
Fine by me.
corpses.
Take it easy over there, Retsu.
Not today.
Calm yourself, boy. I'll get you some food. You don't have to be eating the dead like that. And
Thank you.
your broader fella here. What will you be having? You want a room as well, and you hungry?
Yes. Ham.
Voracious type. Small on word, big on hunger. We like that.
He
I get
steps
a
back for
water?
a moment. He kind of counts each of you.
Tell you what. It looks like your sort ain't had food for a while. Can tell by them loose bellies. We'll work up something special for you. Let me ask you this. See where it sits. I'm going to say a word. See how it hits all of you. How do you feel about bacon?
Bacon's delicious.
I would snort that bacon right now.
That's not how you consume it.
Well, it smells
Definitely
good.
a fan of bacon.
No, I hear no nays.
I am
Has
just
anybody
nodding.
ever come in here and said no
I
to
just-
bacon?
Keep nodding.
Right. Right. Well, I'll put it on then. Don't be surprised if you find that you quite enjoy it.
He steps away after pouring each of you whatever drink that you so desire, and making sure that he sets each of you up with rooms as well. It's going to be a minute. He's probably 15 or so out before he delivers any kind of food. It's been a while since you guys have had any real food, and now you're hitting it hard with alcohol.
I'm not drinking. I think it's gross.
Okay, all right. With
I'm
that
drinking.
in
I will
mind,
drink water.
I'm
For those
drinking
of
too
you-
much.
for those of you
I'm
that
drinking.
are drinking, can I get a fortitude save, please?
Snacks is gonna have a little half pint because you know.
Is that
it's
roll
gonna come up.
fortitude?
Yeah, it should be on your sheet, left-hand side.
Oh.
You just click
Drinking
fortitude.
Dulls the senses. We just got into a new environment. All right.
Feels a savage on the rolls, man.
Love it.
Oof.
Mine.
You do
Love it.
have
That's
one
good.
luck
That's good.
reroll.
You
Yeah,
do
you
have,
do wanna
you,
reroll.
you guys currently have one
Ooh,
luck reroll if
fortitude.
you would like to use that. Yeah.
I ain't using those.
Oh, no,
So does
get
that-
me drunk,
that-
sure.
He's
That
getting
means I'm not
fucked
being a
up.
sloppy drunk, right? At 17.
What about
Good lord.
Slurpee?
I'll just try not to fall on anyone.
What
It's
happened?
alright, I
Sarah,
got you.
Seraphina's already got the fort save. So
Oh,
Seraphina
I
with a
see it.
13, Snacks with an 11, Shield with a 6, with a natty 1, and Saki with a 17. Most of you do fine. Snacks, you realize you're getting a little. It's a little loose. Things are getting a little warm. And then you see Shield, and Shield's like, "Man, is it hot in here?" Like he's tugging at his armor, and he's even like moving the patch and pulling his hair out of his face.
It's probably hot. I mean, you have 40 or 50 pounds worth of armor on you, plus your other
Oh.
garments. I mean,
Don't stand next to me.
Maybe we need
Don't
to take it
stand next
easy,
to me.
big guy. Take it easy.
I
need a
sit down.
bucket.
Let's sit down, brace myself. Just kind of. I don't know if I'm moving like this or if the room just seems to be moving like this for me.
Did you want some water? I could create some for you.
Or
There
from-
are glasses of water
I was gonna
here already. But you know,
Now
Bar
she's
talk.
That's a good idea.
Now
yes.
she's
You live your
just
best
showing
life.
off.
I don't love being drunk. I don't feel safe being drunk. So yeah, I would drink some water and I have my fun.
we don't
Good
have any
enough.
food here yet. So, sir, Shield, we haven't had anything to eat in a long time. You're probably gonna want to take it a little slower. Same with you, Seraphina.
Oh, I'm
I
good.
just like
Good.
I
Seraphina's
know
okay.
you've had
Yeah.
150 years worth of drinking under your belt, but
Oh, yeah.
I just put a heavy hand down on the table in response.
Y'all wake up with a few less gold coins. It was not me.
Can I get a perception, please, specifically from Cobalt? I want to see what Retsu might be able to catch here.
I have a +8. I have juiced the hell out of it. Oh, there we go.
That's pretty strong. That's
Ooh.
pretty strong. A 24 in perception. You mean you kind of see just about a little bit of everything. You see that everybody is starting to imbibe. They're letting loose. It's been a while since they've been this way. You notice as you pass through the door, there's sort of this burden that was lifted. It was like you were following this fever dream, and you don't know for how long. Really, it felt like a week, but it could have been longer. You had probably 10 rations, but when you've looked through your bag, it's all gone. Your water skins are emptied. You've noticed that you've dropped weight. You have this distinct taste on your tongue that you've had from eating random bugs and moss on your journey. So you know that it's been a while. Maybe it's been longer than a week. You're not entirely sure. But as you've entered into the Old Boar Inn, that burden does lift. Everybody seems to start developing this relaxed, natural, jovial state. Snacks is, well, I mean, he doesn't have lips, so he can't smile. It's pretty much just teeth. But you can see Sheil is starting to rock, just bearing this slight drunken stupor. And now the ladies, of course, are also sort of enjoying this. Before too long, see Garan return, and he's dropped what looks like breakfast. He's got 3 large bowls of this almost porridge paste, though it seems to have this rich aroma of pork sausage. He's got probably 15 or 20 slices of bacon, at least a dozen eggs that have been cooked up, and fresh biscuits.
I'm gonna make me some sandwiches.
Yeah, dig in. I dig in. I think I'd start with the biscuits.
Yep.
Anybody else feeling touch bit fuzzy though up here?
Fuzzy. Yes.
You
but
could
I
say
think it's just
that.
the ale.
Oh, y'all been drinking, so maybe I should ask later.
I tell you what, Retsu, I see that there's like a knife throwing game over here. 10
Well, yeah,
silver
but
said
how
that
did
means
we
you in
get
it.
here? Like,
I don't know. But
now that we're here, I don't really. I feel like there was somebody in my ear, like, telling me I needed to come here, but I'm pretty sure this isn't where my mission is. So I'm confused.
I thought it was just fatigue, but I feel it too.
I mean, I remember we were supposed to do something in the other town. There was rotting corpses, and it was really gross. And then it was like, come here. And now
As
we're
Retsu's
here.
saying this, you notice that some of the bar patrons are not quite shocked, but they're not immediately tickled with the conversation. When you bring up rotting corpses and bodies, more people are listening in.
Yeah, not even. I don't even remember what happened with that town.
Neither
I
do
think
I.
we helped.
I just remember someone
We were supposed to help.
touching water.
All I
remember that.
know is I have an agonizing pain in my gut that won't go away.
I feel responsible for that.
I'm
Oh yeah,
sure you
I've
will.
got a new
Good
scar.
times.
It looks good.
The feeling floods back. It almost spurns. Let's actually get another fortitude save from Seraphina, please. Seraphina, you get this wicked whip of adrenaline as this memory resurfaces of a moment when you were standing in this darkened room, the sound of lapping water rhyming up to the stones of the shore before finally you attempt to stop Saki. She has a dagger. She's pulling it into her own body. But as you wrap your arms up in hers to prevent it, with rapidity, she spins that blade around and thrusts it into your gut. And in that moment, you relive it. You feel it. That burn in your tummy all over again.
Unfortunately, it's a feeling that I've felt before that leads me to trust. I want to trust her, but I have this feeling that maybe I can't, and I don't know why.
Is this like an inner monologue for you?
Yes.
As you say these things, you have this over compounding feeling as if something or someone is watching, is listening, but it's always been easily explained. You can't remember anything, can you? You can't remember anything at all.
Blasphemous dog. You know how much I care for you, but I cannot have you speaking these things to me as of now. I just need a night of rest. We've had so much.
Seraphina.
Oh my gosh, not again.
Seraphina seems to kind of lean into her own hair as she begins speaking these muttered and mumbling tones. Sometimes it's clear, sometimes it's not. And the times that it's been clear that she's been speaking, it's been to her toad, the frog nestled on her shoulder that she seemingly calls Ferguson every time. And when the tough gets going, you've occasionally caught her striking a lick over his back.
Okay. So this toad is real. Like it's not just imaginary sitting on her.
No, we've
That's
seen
my
him. I've fed
familiar.
bugs
I
before.
mean,
Yeah.
have we? Oh, that's right. You gave it a bug. That's right. Okay.
There she goes with that
Give you a bug.
amphibian again.
Mm.
Just let her be. It's caused no harm.
Why
We're all
did you
still
walk all the
frazzled.
way here, Serafina?
I'm sorry. Can you
Why
say-
did you walk all the way here?
I came for answers. You know why we're here. You know what we're trying to do. I have to have answers. And without places and people, there are no answers.
I've told you time and time again, you can't find answers. When you look so hard, it will never come to you. Sometimes it must fall in your lap.
Well, then I will walk and walk until in my lap it falls.
You may walk a long time, Serafina.
My boots still have many miles left.
Maybe so, but how long before your newfound friends are tired of your boots and your bullshit?
Ah, Ferguson, Ferguson. My slimy friend, you have such a penchant for mischief. You're just always trying to tempt me, but you have to learn that we have no other choice but to go on these adventures with these mishaps. Let's just focus on finding.
Hey, who you calling a mishap? I can hear
Yeah,
you.
what's going on over here? Why, there's bacon on your lap. Maybe that's what you're looking for.
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have fallen asleep and had a dream.
You definitely weren't sleeping. I
I'm
can tell you
Doing
that.
something over there.
So tired. Can you leave an old lady to be?
Yeah, go up. There's a room awaiting for you.
Well, I think I shall head off. Good night. And
Good night.
she just
Garen
walks
Garen
over to a
appears
farther chair.
After you've collected the key, and he kind of looks to each of you after Serafina's walked off.
Is there, something wrong with the lady? Was
Yeah,
the food not to her
she's
liking?
Old and she's crazy.
Crazy how? Like sticking bananas in her pocket kind of crazy.
Yes.
I mean, that's probably pretty crazy too. But
No,
have you ever
she's
seen somebody
fine.
talk to themselves?
He's
I mean, sometimes on the road you have to talk to yourself so you're not so alone.
I mean,
he's just
I guess.
lonely.
Aren't we all, though?
If I had a little pet, I would talk to it all the time too.
Well, if you stop killing all the mice, maybe you could keep one as a pet.
Is that why Snacks is sleeping in your room then? Is he your little pet?
No.
Is that why I heard you like to take your pants off? Why are you winking at me?
We're working on that. I told him he
Perceptive
shouldn't do
man.
that.
Where I'm from, it's just you just sleep naked. That's just part of the thing. That's all. I mean, I'm sorry. I won't do it again. I'll leave my pants on.
Can I?
He kind of like leans over the bar down to you, Snacks.
Can I ask you a bit of a personal question? You know, Amanda Lizard.
I'm a kobold. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Why do you wear pants?
I wear pants because when I took them off, everybody freaks out around me. Like,
You have a substantial amount of things going on down there.
not really. There's not really anything down there for the normal person to see.
That's why I wondered why you're wearing pants.
Exactly. That's exactly my thought.
So is it just for honorifics then? Is it to keep the normal piece about it?
Yeah, exactly. It's just so that I don't freak the normal human being out. Walking around with no pants on seems to be a problem with these folks.
Wait, your friends then?
Yeah, they yelled at me last time I tried to get my pants off.
All right, well, thank you for being so earnest. I appreciate
But
that.
are you telling me like I could just walk down here with no pants and you're okay with it?
Well, I mean, I it's not often that I get many kobolds that are so so capable and social. That's a word I'll use. Social.
Fortunately, I'm intelligent enough. I mean, I could show you what's down there if that's what you're asking.
Please don't.
You said you ain't got much going on down there.
That's why I'm saying it's okay to look.
It's just like a saddle then. It's just all rounded. Like
Give me one more of your ales and I'll stand on this table and I'll show everybody.
I like you. You're funny. You're funny. I like this one.
And he pushes a smaller ale over to you.
Do it. You know what? I told you to keep your pants on, but if they're gonna let you, yeah.
Well, no, I'm curious. He said everyone wants him to keep his pants on.
They lock us up back where I'm from
Max.
for that.
I think he's gonna
I'm
keep
friends
giving
with the
you
sheriff.
drinks.
Whoa, what'd you say, Shield?
I think he's gonna keep giving you drinks. Just do it.
Okay. And then Stacks is gonna stand on the table, pull his pants down, and there ain't nothing there. Just some scales. Now don't get me going though, because then something might happen.
What does that even mean? How do you get it going? Is there like it's like a pop crank on the back? Do I wind your tail up?
Kind of. But we're not gonna go there.
Don't show him anything shiny.
I don't think I want to go there either.
And you don't want to go there. Then I have to put some pants on.
I understand.
If anything pops out, it's getting cut off in front of me.
Okay. All right. Well, let's make sure that doesn't happen.
Well, that was a first for me. I feel innervated. I feel informadated.
How old are you?
Old enough. Why? I'm legal.
I told you how old she was, didn't I?
That's fine. I mean, I'm in the better half of me 50s.
Okay. And you've never seen a kobold before, or you've just never
No,
seen
I've seen
one
kobold
naked?
before, but well, they always wear loincloths and like not too many of them wander in as sell swords and. I mean, I guess you could be a brigand. I don't know. You haven't tried robbing me.
Not yet. How many other people are seeing me standing here naked? Like, how many people are in this thing?
I mean, there's probably like 13 or 14, 15 people.
Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, yeah.
Nobody's freaking
there's
out,
like,
though, huh?
There's like 15 people in here.
They're looking. Some people are even like, what's like? They're really looking like. So these people are curious, right? I mean, you came in with a group of people, and most of them look fairly normal. The meanest one of the group has just walked away, and you're like, "Yeah, I'll take my pants off." Yeah.
She
So
probably would have stopped me. She probably.
I just looked at the
would've tried to stop me.
innkeeper and go, you didn't advertise the show tonight.
Didn't know there was going to be a show.
All right,
Not how I thought the night was going to end.
I'm stepping down now. We finishing our food and finishing our ale.
I hope it was to your liking then. And if curious
food.
enough, how are we splitting the bill, or is everyone kind of pitching in on this lot?
Well,
Seraphina, she didn't.
I thought the show paid for the meal.
It paid for my curiosity, not for the room.
Well, according to Seraphina, she said she was going to take care of all the food and stuff like that. So maybe can you bill her in the morning?
Seraphina overheard that.
Dude, you're sleeping.
Seraphina's in her room. She's not overhearing shit.
No. I went back down to the bar. I stuck back down to the bar.
Seraphina, she's not even there.
Shit.
Perfect.
Fell off the bar stool, yeah.
Tell you what, I'll square it up after everyone's had their drinks in the morning.
Perfect.
I'm assuming that one full meal is not going to do you just too well. From the looks of it, you're a bit of a scant type. Probably going to need a second meal at the very least.
I mean, I'm pretty full. I think I can handle for another few days, actually, just based on this one meal. But I don't know about the others.
No,
I'm
no,
already
if
stuffing biscuits in my pockets.
If that's the case, then I understand. But if you try to run out in the morning without paying your bill, I'll fold you like a fresh laundry.
Oh,
Don't
no,
worry, sir.
no one's,
We will not.
no one's
Can
leaving.
hey, Garon, do you have any like extra just bones laying around, maybe?
Bones?
Yeah, just bones of. I mean, I know you cook a lot, so there's got to be a stack of bones in here, right, somewhere.
Yeah. Yes. I've got
do you
some
do with
bones.
them?
Well, sometimes we make stock from it. You know, we make arm stock. Sometimes we make chicken stock out of it. We break our bones down. We boil them out.
Oh.
I made a dagger out of a bone once in the woods when I had to fight off some animals when I got left out there for like a week by myself.
Did that once too. I once fought 72 goblins with a mandible of a manatee.
72?
72.
Wow.
With a mandible of a manatee. Got all that. Look at these. Look at it.
And he seems to like pull up his shirt, and he shows you this like series of wicked scars down his side.
Every time I had to move, I
Nice.
was swinging this mandible down, crushing each head with every foul swing. It's
Oh,
messy.
check this out.
messy
I
life.
lift my shirt up and I show all of my scars that I've been accumulating over the past 50 years, and I'm just covered in them. All around my back, my torso. I got a fresh one that's stitched up, been recently stitched up on my
You're
side
just a
from an
kid. Why you
owlbear.
got all these scars then?
I'm
What's
52 years old, I'll have you know.
I'll have you know I'm 52 years old, and I'm
Well,
looking
we're
nothing like
practically the same age.
that. I don't look that good then. Life's not
Well,
been kind to me,
I
apparently.
mean, he's an elf. So
Oh,
Don't
Yeah.
tell them that.
you're.
What am I wearing my hood
know what?
for?
I get it now.
yeah,
I get it. It makes sense.
yeah.
Makes sense. You're one of them skinny types, and are you a highborn? Are we getting an actual
No.
show tonight? We saw
No.
we saw a lizard man penis, and well, kind of not a penis, and then now in potential highborn.
No, I came from the dirt.
Highborn penis.
You're getting an idea of the countryside fetishes here tonight.
I do call him the little prince. I mean,
Your penis or snacks?
no, my ween. We're not going to talk about the sacred one, okay? Anyway, he seems like you've
I'm
seen some
lost.
action. Where would I go? Where would I go to? Maybe if somebody needs someone killed, or maybe like some money, make some money, bounty board.
True. Any missions?
Any problems around here? Anybody cause any trouble? You need a maybe like someone staying here evicted, or
Actually, we do have a bit of a small problem.
And like he takes a bit more of a serious note with the four of you there. Obviously, Seraphina's not there, but you can either catch her up or just leave her in the dark on this one. It's entirely your call.
We do have a bit of a problem, and it's unfortunate, more than not.
His eyes kind of trace back to the rear left, the back left side of the tavern, where there's like a curtain series of drapes.
There's a missus back there. She's she's well done. She's taking care of herself, and she's quite well off. And her sorts are, she's having a rough go of things. Her kids are gone, and we don't know if they'll be coming back. And it's a bit of a concern because they're good kids. I can't say they're kids. They're old enough to make their own mistakes, right? You can travel on your own, and you can take on the bluster of a job, and you find yourself in different times. And she's just worried about her boy and girl.
How long have they been missing?
Well, it's been a few weeks now, maybe a month. Yeah, I think it's been about a month. Sounds about right. I think it's a month.
they're probably
She-
dead.
Probably.
It's a long time to
lot
go
of-
missing.
There's a lot of nasty stuff out there. I mean, we fought an owl bear. I mean,
Did
two of them,
we?
I don't. Okay. Do we not know what happened in that last? I'm sorry if I keep bringing it up. Do we just not know what happened?
No, you guys you have very loose recollections of the events that occurred. You don't entirely know.
I remember getting in a fight clearly, but yeah, was it bear and
Milky
owl?
water.
Okay, I don't know. Sounds
Pretty
familiar.
sure we bested in an owl bear.
Oh.
Like, it was mostly
Huh.
Seraphina's doing. She just kept putting it to sleep, and we just kind of beat the shit out of it.
I'm having
What would
trouble
you have us
remembering
do,
that.
barkeep? You want us to look for these missing persons? Is that what you're asking?
He lets out a kind of an exasperated sigh, and he moves over to what looks to be like a small board for job postings, and he tears a pin down, bringing across this parchment. And he drops it on the table in front of the four of you. And I'll reveal that now.
All right.
Very nice.
Everyone should get access to that.
Ooh, that's a good-looking man.
Is it Geralt? We gotta find.
No. It says, to whom it may concern, there's a reward for the safe return of two missing person. Carowin Hukrell is looking for her two children, who have not been heard of in just over a month. Carowin is offering monetary reward and salvage rights to the Sunless Citadel for the return of both of her children. For more details, please direct all inquiries to Carowin Hukrell or her husband at the Merchant Hukrell shop next to the general store.
And you
What
said there's
is
a
the
lady behind
Sunless
the curtain.
Citadel?
It's a I don't really know what it was. I think it was a temple, right, to one of them dragons, or maybe a god. But when the volcano broke in the ruining, the earth ruptured and it fell in. Or at least from what I've been told.
Do you have a bathroom?
It's like a
around?
building?
Aye, and we got piss pots out back.
Okay, I'm gonna step away for a second. Good. He's back.
So the rights to salvage something that fell into the earth.
Aye.
But okay, well, there is. It does say there are monetary rewards as well. So, what do you think?
The monetary
Saki?
reward is from Madame Carowin, and she is back there. And I just ask if you're going to go speak with her, but you be couth. She's not taking it well.
She has a husband though, right? Is he at their store? Merchants, right?
Aye, he is, but earnestly, I don't think he's taking it much better himself.
They
What
can
were
put
the
on the
children
baby
doing
gloves
when they went missing.
Are you
Gotta know, is
sleeping?
Seraphina back or is Seraphina sleeping?
Oh,
You have to make
I
a
don't
decision.
know. I'm still asleep.
Okay, so you've gone off to your room to kind of like get into your bath state. here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got you. Got it.
Yep.
So did anyone have any questions? Anything else that they wanted to ask?
I'll come out in a minute.
Well, what do you think, Saki? Should we go talk to her, or should we wait till tomorrow and go talk to her husband?
I think we should all, I think we should all rest first.
Agreed.
It's been a long time.
Okay.
Well, and if that's in what you'd have, then that's fine.
Well, y'all have been drinking, and I'm sure you're very tired. So, why don't you all go and get some rest? And I'll be right up.
Can I? Oh yeah, I don't have that. Can Snack sense motive on Retsu?
You can try.
What?
Sure, you can give it a shot.
I don't. There it is. Okay. I think. I
God damn,
find out.
son. Okay. Yeah, I'm lying. I'm gonna do
that's-
something.
Snacks, you can kind of tell at this point that Retsu he's holding something back. He's not like being absolutely sneaky, but Retsu has been sneaky in the past. He's got a way about him. What you do about that is entirely up to you. Do you call him out immediately, or do you kind of wait and
No.
watch?
Snacks is gonna just let that all pass for now, and then see what the others do.
Okay. What's Shield doing? We'll start there.
I think at this point, Shield would just go up to the room. I mean, I get the sense that Retsu's not being honest, but I'm not going to linger on it. I'm too tired.
Sure. Also slightly intoxicated. That's not making things a little
Yes.
easier. So that makes sense. You wander off to your room. You find a palatable source to lay your head, the equivalent thereof a hay pillow, and it's much better than you've had, which is dirt, sod, and road. How about Saki? The Saki you wander off to bed? You're muted.
Still muted.
Can I sense motive?
You can try.
Or
Yeah,
no?
you can try. Go ahead. Give me a sense motive.
Ha! I fool you.
He seems earnest. You're not
All right.
really sure. Maybe
Yeah,
it's the weirdness is kind of set in that's giving you doubt about these people.
I'm gonna
Trust
go
me.
rest. It's been a long time.
Sure. You find your way to your room. He's told you which door it is, and it's small. You know, it's probably like a 6x6. Not a very big room. It's like a bed and a piss pot, and that's about it. But it's more than you've had afforded to you. Not really luxury, but it's something. Serafina is also gone. Retsu, you see that Snacks is lingering.
You're
Come on,
bunking with
bunk
me,
buddy.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no.
So-
We're gonna go talk to this lady
What
for
if-
sure.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, let's. We might be able to just cut these other chuckles loose and go get all the money ourselves. I mean, we probably need them, but you know,
But
we'll see
maybe
what
we can get a
opportunities
little
we
bit of-
have.
We get a little bit of extra info, maybe.
Yeah, maybe we can lock her in to one
Maybe I could-
deal and then tell them we're getting less than that, and then we can keep the extra.
I like that extra shinies.
Yeah, that's right, bud. I'm trying to load us up on shinies so we don't have to starve anymore. Even though we had shinies before, and we so they definitely weren't
Seraphina's
edible. They
been-
didn't even taste good
been
at all.
Seraphina's been tossing and turning in bed, worried about being rude to the barkeep who was only trying to flirt with her. So she decides to go down because the food that he prepared had finally hit her belly, absorbed some of the alcohol. So I'm going back to the bar. Where are these people at?
Serafina, when I've got to know first and foremost, where are Devils? Where are you and Cobalt going to?
I mean,
Where-
Well, I'm gonna go approach the lady
Right,
he said
she's
was
up-
there.
Wasn't she up
Okay.
here?
She is. Yes, she is over here in this corner. In that area, that is correct.
Okay. And you said there's a curtain.
Yes.
Okay. So can we just move our way in there, and then can we close the curtain?
Yeah, of course. That's something you can do. You both just ominously step inside.
Knock,
You're like-
knock.
You walk in, you close the curtain, and she's like, "Oh,
Surprise, motherfucker!
yeah."
I'm looking for Garum. Where's the barkeep?
I'll have the
Sure.
the poster in my hand though, so she can.
Yeah, so she's not freaking out. We have a little bit of
Okay.
idea of what she's looking for.
Okay, so the camera is gonna pan here before you guys can say anything. Before any kind of conversation happens, she briefly glances up in this somber melancholy, this state of mourning, where her eyes are sort of pursed and prepared to break wave and let tear run, but she's also rather dry, like the tears themselves have been flooding too long. But as she sees you, this is when the camera pans back, and we move to Serafina. Serafina, you find Garen. He is tucked behind the bar. And as the night seems to amble forward, the patrons begin to thin out as they're leaving the Old Boar Inn. He looks to you.
Ma'am, something not to your liking.
No, I just wanted to come and say that you certainly know your way around the kitchen, and that was a very well cooked meal, and I enjoyed it very much. And, you know, I've seen your kind before, you sweet talker. You've got more charm than a charm spell, but
Well,
I have more secrets than the abyss itself.
Oh shit!
you have piqued my interest, madam.
Well, a bit of advice from a friendly, well, maybe not a friendly witch, but your flattery, it can be a dangerous weapon in the wrong hands. So I'm not so easily beguiled. Just remember, even the sweetest nectar can conceal the deadliest poison. Have a good day, and thanks for the meal.
It's
Wow.
This is... Jesus Christ!
He looks around, like his eyes kind of traipse, like, what just happened? And then as like you hit the stairs to ascend to your room, you overhear briefly,
I think I'm aroused. I'm not sure. Maybe a little scared. Definitely
Do I
aroused.
have a spell for you?
That's what he hears from the stairwell. Oh goodness. Do you continue back to your room?
I'm curiously looking for my other adventure mates, just to because I wonder what they could be up to.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're behind the
Do
closed
you now?
I
door.
know, but I'm looking for you. I can
Well-
feel the energy changing around
The
me.
others, for all intents and purposes, your best guess is they probably went off to bed.
Okay, well then I'll saunter myself back to the bed.
Nice try, though.
Yeah.
Nice.
I
Yeah,
had to
you,
come-
you,
I
you
had to
played
come
yourself
forward
by
there.
leaving early. You played yourself.
I was flirting in a very creepy way with the barkeep.
You know, I'm just gonna put this out there. You probably would have been able to ask the barkeep, and he would have told you right where the hell we were.
Have
Oh.
you seen my friends?
Oh, damn. Should I do? Should I?
Do you like sweet
Oh,
nectar? Where are my friends? I'll kill you.
they're my friends.
I'll
Have
show
you
you
seen
my
my
abyss.
Maybe I should have said that
Oh
before.
no.
Okay, all right. Seraphina moves off to the room. You are not met with the camaraderie that you were after. And the camera pans back. Yet again, it turns, spinning, revealing a woman. She seems to be probably in her 40s or 50s, a human woman. And she has a drink in front of her. Your best guess is probably some buried wine, something. But she's not drinking it. She seems to be slowly spinning the cup in front of her. Her eyes glance up at both of you. She sees the poster in one of your hands.
Good evening. I'm Sam. I do a little swooping bow with the poster in my hand. I was told that you put this notice up and you were looking for someone to maybe go and seek out something that he doesn't want to make her cry because that would make him uncomfortable.
I've had some days to come to terms with it. It's my children. I'm looking for them. Are you
I see.
fancying yourself brave enough to venture into the Sunless Citadel?
We're definitely brave enough.
Her lips thin. Pressed
The
tightly
more money,
against
the
his
more
lips.
brave I am.
Well, I suppose if you don't return, then I have nothing to lose.
Exactly.
true.
That's just how it goes in our line of work. You know, you don't get paid unless you finish the job. One way or the other.
Sometimes you get stuff up front, though. Maybe a little help before we go on the adventure.
Oh, well, if it's going to be a long, travel, then some supplies up front might increase our probability of finding what you want.
I'm sorry, I'm not funding your adventure.
It was worth a try.
Do you actually say it was worth a try, like right in front of her?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. You see like a flick of her brow. I'm sorry, this isn't a free opportunity at finding your next meal.
Got plenty of coins for plenty of meals, but if you're not interested in our help, then no problem. We can go to sleep and look for more jobs tomorrow.
I doubt you'll find a job paying nearly as high as this. Not no cursed.
Well, how much are you paying?
I would like their rings returned, their family rings, their signets. Each ring, I'll compensate you 125 gold per ring, per person.
They
And if you
magic
can
or
bring them-
something?
They're my children.
Oh, the rings, not your children. I don't.
The ring is proof that you found them.
Okay.
And if you can bring them back alive, unharmed, I'll double it.
We need to get some rope snacks.
Rope?
That's right. I'll explain later.
Okay. I think we can manage that.
Well, there are a
understand
few other
my-
people in our party. What dangers do you think might get in our way? Is the Sunless Citadel? No, is it like a home to some beast or
I'm sure it
creature?
is. I'm sure it is. It's a temple that fell into the earth many years ago. I can only imagine something has found their way beholden into this place. And
I've
my
never heard
children,
of
they
it
were not
before.
incompetent. Have you heard of it? Go
Never
ahead
heard of
and
it.
give me a knowledge history.
Okay, I just have local checked. I mean, I have non-proficient history, but I will. Oh well, I crit.
Sunless Citadel itself doesn't really like reach out to you. Based on what you
Okay.
were given from Garen, you believe that there was some sort of temple to a dragon in the area, and it's been in your lifetime that you'd heard about it. But the ruining is not a small event. When he brought up the volcano that burst, everybody calls it something different. He was very straightforward. Garen's not a particularly bright fella, but he's got a memory to him. And it's called the ruining. A massive volcano erupted and it split the earth. At that time, it's probably when the temple fell. It's likely in absolute ruins.
Yeah. Do I think that there might be like lava there still from this volcano, like residual?
Hard to say. Really hard to say,
Yeah.
to be honest. It's been at least 24 years.
Okay. All right. Hmm.
She goes on to say, please understand that my children were not incompetent. They were not incapable, and they did not go alone.
Were they
There were
looking for
others.
something? Do you know why they went? Did they go of their own free will? Did someone take them by force? Tell us everything you know. It's going to give us a better scope and
We are at the midsummer, near the midsummer solstice. And every midsummer, the goblins come.
friend snacks.
Hmm?
Do you have any?
Goblins?
Do you have any goblin friends? No.
I don't have any goblin friends. No, I don't.
Probably better that way.
But maybe we should take Garen with us. He said he killed like 70 of those things.
Yeah, he was probably half his age when he did that, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue. Sorry.
They come with the midsummer fruit. It's very important at this time in this region. It's very unique to this location. And we were expecting them 2 weeks ago. My only guess is that my children were somewhat successful, that they found their way into the Sunless Citadel and they attacked them. I told them not to. I told them that it was a gift. It was a gift. And something that goblins do not always bear.
What was the gift
I-
portion?
I'm sorry, you're not from around here. You don't understand. The midsummer fruit. It's an apple with gold skin that cures any ailment.
Those are
We have a bidding
pretty
war every year.
impressive.
When they come, every year. They come twice a year. The midwinter fruit and the midsummer fruit.
Probably
When
worth
I
a
only-
lot. What do you do with it?
Well, they say that one bite from the midsummer fruit can cure anything, anyone, of any ailment. Our local pastor had a lame leg, and after imbibing even a single rind of the fruit, he was fixed. He could walk unassisted. He could run. It's almost like it turned back time.
And this happens twice a year? Or does this winter fruit have a different effect, did you say?
Yes, this winter fruit it yields the opposite. It's a cursed fruit. And even a single bite of this fruit will generally kill someone. It is a private manor that is held here, but people are still interested. We've tried finding ways that we could push it out of Oakhurst, but you have to understand, we need the summer fruit.
I could
Like a
understand
tourist
that.
attraction, or
A
brings in
fruit that
bitters?
just cures. I mean, well, it's a fruit that cures anything. What? I mean, how would someone not want that?
I need to get that for Seraphina. Maybe it could cure that craziness.
I don't know if that's a disease or a.
It can't hurt, right?
Does anyone have any of these fruits now, or do they spoil, or what?
No, from my understanding, they do spoil, yes. But once it's purchased, it doesn't seem to last long. And those that purchase the midwinter fruit, they're gone by horseback immediately. You can imagine with such a nefarious object, and it having a shelf life, it doesn't last long, having to use it nearly immediately.
Can only imagine.
But we stomach purchasing from the goblins, and I'm hesitant to say that even as much as we offer, we're probably still cutting it a little cheap. We offer them a purse of 50 gold every time they come.
Goblins?
Goblins. We have no idea how they've managed, but I believe that Sir Bradford and my children, Bradford was the one that led them. He was a paladin. Said that they were going to trace him back, follow them, and they believed that they were coming from the Sunless Citadel. But it doesn't make sense. That sort of fruit, it needs sunlight. It needs something to be born from.
Well,
Well,
I don't know about you, Snacks, but I think I'm going to take this job. You think everybody else will be interested?
I mean, if not, then just more gold for us, maybe. Well, she did say per person, but
Maybe it could cure our memory too if we find one. I mean, we're looking for her children, but I wouldn't mind a little apple slice to maybe make my memory a little bit more sharp from what happened. I think somebody put a magic amnesia spell on us or something. I'm not sure.
something definitely happened to us. I can't explain either why I can't remember any of this, but
Well,
it seems, I think we're more than capable of, with the group, to take on an adventure like this.
we're fairly well rounded. So where do we sign up? Do we just tell you and then bring them back if we can? Do you have a map to show us where to get started?
It's not far. It's not hard. 7 miles down the old road, southwest. It's in the ravine.
Snacks is gonna lean over to Retsu and whisper in his ear, "What about a separate cut for you and I? Maybe we can talk a deal with her, and maybe it's 100 for everybody else, and we get the other 25 from each of them."
Yeah, we're just not going to tell them, and then when they pay us, we're going to give them less money.
Yeah, but you think that's gonna work?
Yeah, I'm awesome at grabbing things. Look how fast I am.
You are pretty fast. Okay, I'll put my trust in you.
I'll flick those
Car-
coins up my sleeve so fast.
Carowin Herkrell is still right there, like less than 4 feet away.
Yeah, I don't give
Well,
a
I
shit.
know that's why I'm whispering it to him.
She only cares.
But now he's
We're gonna get her kids back. She'll be fine.
it's a group thing. Yeah, okay.
Look, they're gonna get a cut. It's not like we're not gonna share. We're gonna share. We're just gonna share more for us because we decided to take the initiative and come and talk to her. They're all sleeping. They got drunk. I mean, you got a little drunk, but
I don't care, whatever it takes. Please bring my
See?
children back.
she doesn't care. She's good.
Perfect. I think should we bring the others to her when they wake up so that they can
We'll fill them in,
kinda... Okay.
and we'll tell them we're just gonna tell them they're coming with us. I mean, we'll put the big boy up front like we did, like he should be. You know.
You think Seraphina's just going to agree to come with us and she hasn't even talked to anybody or met anybody?
We're gonna
Just
tell
like-
her that we're gonna help her unravel her mysteries. That'll get her.
Okay.
Look, I know how to work these people, okay? I've been doing this a couple years. I haven't been out long, okay? But I know how things work. Pretty much.
Okay.
She shows her hand across her cup to both of you, and she bears the ring, the signet ring, and it's a stylized and very elaborate H for Hukrell,
Okay.
and she tells you that her children's name are Talgan and Sharwin.
Could I grab a candle and use some of the wax to imprint the picture of her ring in it, so I have a little
Sure.
wax seal of what it looks like, just so I can remember it easily and identify it?
You got it. You got it. You're able to kind of like pull some of the wax away. Your fingers dive into this candle, and it stings for a moment before you adjust and pull it away, and you kind of wait so that it doesn't burn her, but you press the wax into the ring, and it makes a wax impression.
Perfect. This might help. At least we won't grab the wrong. We'll know what to look for.
We'll have them back to you in no time.
Well, don't make problem. Yeah. Sure will.
What do you want me to say? We're gonna die. I don't think we're gonna make it
No,
back.
I mean, we don't know what happened yet, but we're gonna do our best. We promise we'll do our best. I can bring you back goblin heads if it'll make you feel better too.
No, it will not.
I mean, I'll take
Ears?
goblin heads.
Nothing?
I simply want the rings or my children back alive.
Okay.
That's all I ask for.
All right.
We'll do our best to get both of those.
Damn. That's fine. All right. Well, I guess thank you for your mission. We will do our best.
Gracious.
Your graciousness, my liege. We will take our leave now. And
She nods. She nods to each of you. There's a moment. of
I'm
confusion
very
before-
awkward, and I don't talk I didn't have much social training in my upbringing, so I'm just winging it hard. So
Are you explaining this to her right
No,
now?
I'm explaining this out of character.
So listen, I didn't
Look.
get a lot of talkie time.
I mean,
Yeah, Snacks has not had very much of that either, so I'm just kind of following your lead there. All right, so we're gonna move back out of here, and
yeah, we'll go to bed, and in the morning I can fill everybody. We can just skip the talking, or I can do a brief fill in of what we talked about, minus how much gold by 25 a
Yeah.
piece.
Okay. Then I
And I'll
pose
leave the double
question.
part out too.
Pose the question here to each of you. What, now that you are in generally your own private quarter, now that you are found yourselves somewhat alone, not so much for Snacks and for Retsu, but for the others, what nightly routine do you have? What does this look like? You can't giggle like that and me not ask what this looks like. I've got Dosaki like relax and just
Meditating,
okay.
sitting on my bedroll, having a moment to reclaim my power, sober
Okay.
up a little bit, maybe create some water to rehydrate.
Okay. All right. Sobriety is incredibly important here. Shiel. Is it just sleep?
No, definitely not. I would be taking off my arsenal one by one, just looking at the blades, looking at the morning star, looking for chips and perfection. Same with the shield, same with the scale mail. And then once everything got a thorough once over, I kind of set it all nicely in a corner and then go to sleep.
Snacks. What does this look like for you? Nightly routine.
Well, now that Snacks knows that being naked is okay,
It's not.
it's going. He's just stripping down to the basics.
Yeah, I got
He is going to. Is
I
there
get the
any
bed.
kind of stone or anything in this room? Maybe like a rock or anything that I might be able to find.
No.
For what?
Well, Snacks likes to sharpen his claws and stuff with the rocks.
I've got a whetstone.
Well, then, how about this? If there's no
Well-
stone in the room, Retsu, do you have any kind of a stone or any kind of thing that I might be able to sharpen my claws with?
I'm literally sharpening. That's what I do before bed. Is I sharpen my things. So
Okay, can I borrow it after
Yes.
you?
yes.
I promise I'll give it back. I won't steal
But
it. I trust.
but if you crack it, then you're bidding me another one.
Well,
You got to be careful.
that's fine. I'm gonna make sure to buy one. I'll buy two when we go to the place next door, for supplies. She said that her husband owns the store right across the street here. I think is
Maybe we can get a discount.
maybe we could. That's true. Might be able to get a discount. Might
sure.
even be able to steal it. We'll see how. I mean, maybe he's blind. I don't. Who knows?
Yeah, just the more things I attack, the duller this thing gets. You got to keep it sharp. You want it to get right through the flesh. You don't want it to get hung up. It's got to go through bone sometimes. So
I'd like to point out what level of leap that was. That maybe we could get a discount. What if the guy's blind? That's a hell of a leap, but you know what? Welcome to tabletop gaming. We're here for it. Now I have an idea also what Retsu's nightly, unless there's something else that Retsu does.
I mean, he's gonna take his hood off, which is the first time he does that. He only does that if he has close quarters, like Mandalorian style. But I mean, they're not supposed to take it off ever. But yeah. So he kind of he trusts Snacks a little bit. He's probably the person they got along with most, in the thing. So.
And Snacks, you kind of see all of Retsu's face and in his ears and his hair for the first time. He's a boy, like probably 14, 15 years old from the looks of what a human would look like. He's not
Got
old.
my long ears that kind of, as soon as my hood comes off, they kind of go bloop, and they,
Snacks don't care. He's just naked right now. That's all. that matters.
Snacks is naked. He doesn't need a pillow. He doesn't need shit.
He just got to sharpen his claws and
That's his nightly routine is to sharpen his
birthday suit.
claws.
I got it.
there's
I mean, the armor that he has on in the first place is not all that protective. It's just some leather. So he's not all that worried.
So I'm gonna hand over the whetstone, so that Snacks can do his thing, and then I'm gonna sit facing away from Snacks on the bed, but looking at the wall, which is gonna look really odd to Snacks. Like he's not gonna know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna be visualizing what the details of my original mission of what I was supposed to do, because that's still, I haven't quite found what I'm looking for yet, but I know that I'm looking for something, and I've been given specific details about it.
Give me a will save.
Okay.
Let's see what you can recall.
17.
17 is pretty good. But when it comes to recollection, trying to remember what your mission is, it is devoid. It is empty, nebulous darkness. You remember who in your guild would give you missions. You remembered that you had a mission. Otherwise, you would still be in training or
I always feel like I'm still looking for something, and right now I'm just filling time,
But you don't remember your mission.
Okay.
You remember Yeah, Stone Arrow. You're certain it's Stone Arrow now. You remember Father Henry, you think. You remember Seraphina casting a spell? And the owlbear went down. And you thought that was bizarre because you'd heard about owlbears. You'd heard about how powerful they are, how strong they can be. And with a mere flick of fingers and the subtleness of a word, that owlbear went down just before Seraphina. You do find that strange, but maybe not the most interesting part of this. However, when you think beyond the Temple of the Moon, that's when it gets scary. Because you can hear the things that you're saying, but there's actual mist. It is a fog, a haze, and it starts playing back previous memories. In your line of work, you aren't unfamiliar with hypnotism. And this is kind of close to it.
So I feel like I've been hypnotized, is what you're saying?
Something akin to that, yes.
Okay. All right. That about wraps up my nightly anxiety routine. So
Seraphina. You've been left to yourself. You were given the tub, the wash basin, the warm water as per requested, and you have found your way to the bedside. What does a nightly routine look like for you here?
Walk into the room, and the first thing I do is check and touch all the walls and look under. If there is anything to be looked under, I look under. I will examine. I don't know what type of furniture's in the room, but I'm going to take my time to run my hands over all of it and look and see if there's anything that could be there that I am not aware of. I remove the bed, the hay, the straw bed from the frame
Sure.
and lay it on the floor in front of the door while making sure it's securely closed. As I remove my boots after washing my face with the warm water, I make sure that Ferguson is tucked in, and I lay in the bed on my back, staring at the ceiling, hoping that I can make it through the night without the terrors.
And Ferguson does. He lays where you've managed to kind of tuck him in. There is no movement.
No movement.
It's the bizarre thing. You've never noticed a ribbit or a croak or any kind of call or burble from him whatsoever. The earliest memory of Ferguson is this voice. This voice that's never quite left you. And you're certain that it's Ferguson. Because who else would it be? So you're there. You've torn your bed apart. You've bathed. Or at least you're in the midst of bathing. You're certain that no one is listening in, so far as you can tell, except maybe Ferguson. You listen for the noises in the outside world, and you can hear the hiss of the wind as it breaks across the boards of the building. It shudders to and fro. Occasionally you can hear the howl of potentially a coyote or a wolf far off in the prairie or the meadow beyond. And you naturally think back to how you got here, because it's been a thought that sat with you as well. You consider the implications therein of the events that have transpired. You glance down at that wound on your belly from Saki. And it's bizarre to you because you haven't shown anyone else. But all that really remains is a red whip. There's no scar. There's no flesh that seems to have wound up over this. It's literally just as if someone had pressed a small bar into you, leaving a red mark behind. And for some reason, you feel absolutely comfortable knowing that by the morning, it will be gone. In the history of the events that transpired in the Temple of the Moon, There won't even be an echo in your body anymore. Do you think out loud at any point? Do you even have inner monologue here in these moments? Do you ask yourself about how you got here or where you're going or what the point of this all is? What does this look like here in these moments of introspection for Serafina?
Seraphina's been alone for a long time, other than the companionship of her frog. So even though the last memories that she have may not all be roses and they were filled with owl bears and attacking and stabbing in the stomach, there's still, even though she is fearful and untrusting of her party, she knows that she would prefer to stay with them a little bit longer, if not just for answers, but it's been nice to have some companionship other than her frog lately.
And you have that moment where you think in a positive light, probably for the first time in a long time, about companionship. And yes, you do manage to carry an attitude with you. Everybody's noticed it. They've called it out even so. It's natural. I mean, at some point, maybe after 100 years, you tend to carry a bit of vinegar with you in your salt and step. But as you have those positive thoughts, that all too familiar voice comes back. Serafina. Serafina.
Oh, what now? Can I not get a moment's rest? I just need to turn off my brain for just a while.
You can't turn me away. You'll never be able to turn me away. It's part of my charm.
Charm.
You spoke so kindly to the big bald man downstairs. You don't say anything so nice to me.
I've tried to speak nice to you, but you continuously try to push me in directions that I don't want to go.
These directions, they're suggestions leading you to the obvious violent tendencies that you harbor. It's just a little blood. They won't mind. They don't need all of it, and they can make more. It's only natural. Come, bleed for your shepherd, the one that grants you your powers.
We don't know from whence the powers came, and I've told you on many occasions that you make me question who I am and what
As I
want.
should. I should make you question these things. You called upon a spirit of vengeance for what was taken from you, Serafina. I am simply a humble servant of he and I above.
The difference between the two of us is you want to put this vengeance on anyone in our path, and I'm looking for specific entities to do this to. Can I not just for once have some pleasure in my life?
Yes, you can have as much pleasure as you like. I just channel the feelings that you feel. The words that you're trying to say, yet you can't seem to find the energy or the elbow grease to make it so. So yes, I may channel carnage, but that's what you truly wish for. And right now, I'm not demanding anything. I'm relaxed, just like you. A moment. We may never be alone. But we are empathetic to each other. And he above demands.
I'm sorry, I did not understand your last question, my dear.
There's no question.
Oh.
Just simple notice.
Once
Just
again-
relaxing with you, Serafina.
All right,
I'll sleep now. You sleep as well.
Please, please, nestle in my hair. Try to just let us have some peace for just a moment.
For a time.
For a time.
And it's silence after that. You're not heralded by any voices. There are no commands, no domains that are dawned upon you that asks and ushers you to do anything further. You are simply alone with yourself. Ferguson there in body. But
What's
Ferguson moved to your
blood?
hair because you moved him there.
Time to try to get some rest before the next adventure.
And with that, the first night in Oakhurst comes to a close before you are welcomed in the morning by sounds of a very alive village. Early in the day, the smells of breakfast cooking, the sounds of fire cracking, lumber being bent and sawed through, horses whinnying and neighing outside. Oakhurst is alive. Each of you had your first restful sleep, shirking away the dregs of fatigue. It's only been a week. You think. Good morning. What happens in the morning? Tell me. I would like to know.
I would when we meet up for breakfast, I'll fill everybody in on the details of talking to what was her name? Carowin?
Carowin
Yes.
Hukrell.
Did I remember that? And that there's a reward. I will not tell them exactly how much. And I'll shoot a look at snacks when I do that. And then I'll be like, so does that sound good? Is everybody? We could use a little more gold maybe while we're here. Something to do. Snack said he's ready to go. He said we could do it.
I totally.
So
thought we
what
could do it.
exactly are we doing? Are we going looking for these boys, or are we looking for the goblins?
Well, I think probably both. I think the goblins probably took them. They went looking for something that they shouldn't have, and maybe they found out too much and the goblins are holding them hostage, or just killed them. Either way, we just have to get their rings. That's even easier than if they're alive or dead, if we just get their rings.
Well, I'm interested in going because I have heard about this special fruit, but never have been able to get my hands on any. And there are several things that I have in mind.
Like
maybe
making it so
they-
you stop talking to yourself.
Wouldn't you like to know? And while we're at it, you have shown yourself to be quite the, what can I say, self-absorbed, like you,
Self-interest?
self-interested party. And you have to recall or remember that if we're going as a group, and we must look out for each other and keep your self-interest out of it.
Well, part of my
I am
self-interest
curious
is,
why you talk to them by yourselves.
Everyone was drunk. What am I supposed to do? She was right there in the inn. I didn't want to wait till
I just
morning.
followed- I just followed him to make sure he wasn't going to do anything crazy.
Me? Crazy? No.
You can't.
I'm the
you
most
can't
sane
tell
one
me when
here.
he told everybody to go to bed, that you guys didn't think maybe something was going on, so I made sure to stay awake and follow him.
That's why I don't drink. Also, it's gross.
Well, you're also like 12 years old as an elf.
I'm
so.
52. Gosh.
Oh, we don't have time for
Stick
all
of the
this nonsense.
disrespect. You're like 2 feet tall.
3.5, I'll have you know.
I'm sure you count every inch.
I do.
Every centimeter.
Every millimeter.
Mm.
She said it wasn't far off. We can stop by the general store. Her husband works there. Maybe we can get a discount on some rations. I know I don't want to go anywhere without rations. It feels good to be full for
think-
once.
What is the possibility of me speaking to this lady on my own?
Well, we can go talk to her husband. Like I said, I'm not sure if she's still here behind the curtain. That'd be kind of
I have
strange.
I have questions about the reward.
I'm with Serafina. I'm also up for going to talk to her husband.
I'd like to get more information as well.
It looks like she's
I told
gone.
you about the reward. What do you mean?
Well, forgive us if we don't say.
Didn't we split the last one?
Gathered all the details.
My concern isn't with the reward; it's with
should be-
finding out anything we can about what to expect.
You should be paying me
think
for
she's-
doing all the extra work for you. You didn't even have to talk. You got to sleep in your bed an extra hour while we were doing that.
Just cross my arms.
I might as well be the group's manager at this point.
Well,
I
think
wouldn't
that
take it that far.
exactly, and we need to discuss what that percentage for management would be without you taking that decision upon yourself. I just I'm curious to know if there's more details to this that you might have left out.
Wow. If we're going to be going somewhere, I'm going to need a little more trust. I'm putting my trust in you to watch our backs. Okay? And I do some of my best work from behind.
My computer screen
So
died.
do you foresee, did she foresee any danger within this mission?
Oh, yeah. She said there's shitload of goblins. They might be angry about this apple. One of the apples can just like kill us if we eat it on accident, but I mean, I think we would know if we were going to eat a evil apple. But yeah, it's worth a lot of money, so that's cool if we find that. But you know, otherwise, I offered to bring her goblin heads. She wasn't interested. She just wants the rings or her kids back, whichever. So you know, simple. What is it? Search and rescue mission here. Maybe some goblins in the way. I can talk to goblins. You can talk to goblins.
All right, so what's your call here then? We head for the Sunless Citadel?
Well, we go to the general store first, talk to the husband, make sure we didn't miss any details, right? Because she could be trying to play us. What if she's
Yeah, I
trying to
think
take a
we've had
cut of the
enough
reward
eating
for
and
herself?
Revelry, we should do it. Let's go.
You drank the most out of everyone. You said, give me the
I'm
biggest,
great.
most alcoholic thing in here. I was there.
The biggest and darkest.
All right, then.
Does everyone decide to leave the old boar in?
We
Yeah.
got to settle up
Yes.
with the barkeep first, or he's gonna chase us into eternity or something and whoop us or
Let's
something.
send Serafina to settle up with him. I think that'll get us the best deal. on
Serafina,
that.
Yeah.
I may have told him that you were gonna pay because I was hoping if you were to pay, that because he likes you so much, he might give you a discount.
Pretty
On
sure the
all of
bill was
this?
comped. Just
At what cost?
What I don't know what happened last night.
Was it the
One
coral
day you
penis
will
or
learn.
Is that what he told you?
Snacks, do you remember what he said if you don't pay? What he was gonna do?
Yeah, he was gonna come outside and like I don't remember the exact words.
He said he was gonna fold you
follow us.
like fresh laundry.
Ooh.
Okay, well, Snacks definitely
Saki's
does
like,
not
I'm
want
taking
that.
notes.
So
It's at this
Sorry.
point that you guys realize that when you glance over, Garen is hanging over the bar and he kind of has one hand up on his jaw. And when you notice him, he just he does one of these. He waves.
You pay the
So,
man, because
what
I'm
do
not
we owe
trying to
you?
get folded. So,
What do we owe you, sir?
I've seen those goblin scars.
Well, in a bit, I'd say. You tend to stay another night, or are you? What's it looking like?
We're gonna be
Think we're
gone
off.
for at least a night or two. They said it was close, but we got to go in there, and so probably
You're actually
not
heading to the
another
Citadel
night.
then.
That's where they told us to go. So Yeah, it seems like everybody's kind of got the willies about it, though. A little spooked by it.
Suppose we let the goblins do what they do, right? And it brings us money here. People come far and wide, and well, I'm not mad at more people coming in and renting a place out. It just means that I can fill me coffers.
Never trust a goblin, but okay.
When they come with a fruit that can heal everything and anything,
What
I
do
think
they
I
get
will.
for that, though? What do you give them
Well, they
in
get-
exchange?
They get paid. They take bags of coin.
Oh. All right.
Why you got them
Yeah.
shifty eyes? I'm looking at your eyes shifting. You're right in front of me.
I got a pile of gold down there. That's
They
cool.
probably do. No,
I
you say
like-
that. They probably do, yes.
I'd love to see that. I'm just saying that might be a mighty. I like gold piles. They're shiny. Snacks like shinies. So maybe I'll keep a nice mental image of it and be like, wow, tell my friend, wow, I saw the biggest goblin gold pile. They sold apples. You wouldn't believe it. It's just a good mix for a good story.
You're doing the shifty eyes thing again.
No. Well, look, I'll be so nice to those goblins as long as they don't try to kill me.
I understand completely. You oftentimes respond with absolute hostile action. What can I say? Been there,
It's in
done
me.
that. I do my
It's in
best
my-
work from the back as well.
That's right. He knows.
Me too.
He glances over to you, Saki, hits you with one
I feel like there's a running joke here now.
Yeah, they always try to copy me. It's fine. I'm the leader. So
I ain't copying shit.
yeah, they call me the boss.
Do they do?
give me a bluff.
I do think I'm
I'm
the
sorry.
boss. They don't call me the
One of-
boss.
One of my screens completely died,
Kaboom.
so I don't know what happened, but it may have shit the bed.
Like we can still see you, so see what you got there,
These are all those good
Garon.
rolls out of combat.
I know we got a lot of good rolls.
Oh, okay. Odd.
All right. Odd in your favor.
Yep.
Let's go.
Okay. All right.
All right, how about your way then, boss?
Like the sound of that.
Mm.
Well, breakfast weren't free. You stayed a night. You had 4 rooms.
We had
And
one between the two of us. They're the fancy ones that didn't want to share.
I am just getting you a total. It's up to you
Okay.
to
You're
figure
the
out hows
boss,
and who's you're
boss.
paying, boss.
Yeah, that's right. Fork up the money, Saki. I'm the boss.
4 rooms, full round of breakfast twice. I'll say 28 silvers.
Jesus.
What if I give you Saki, or not Saki, Seraphina's number?
Number for what?
Her numerals.
Number of
what?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
Number of her cottage plot? Like,
Can we
There are
pay
things-
this after we do our mission?
I'll give him I'll pay him.
Okay.
It's
Can
just
you
some
pay me
silver.
after the mission?
That's not how this works. What kind of heathens are you?
Says the
Okay,
man
sir.
literally last night. He's like, maybe we can get some money in advance. Yeah, get some.
No, I think
Look, I don't practice what I preach. I'm a hypocrite. It's fine. I'll pay him. You can take half a gold or whatever. Let's see.
Seraphina's rustling in her pouch.
yeah, pay him.
It's
too.
almost
Yeah,
3 gold.
But waiting.
Wait, it's
and
almost
acting,
3
acting
gold?
like she hardly
28
has
silver.
anything
Yeah.
Where do we see our gold?
Oh, it's 10 silver per gold.
under
huh?
your additional.
Mhm.
Oh, thank
Under-
you.
I ain't paying shit.
All right,
I don't
one
think I
from
have
Shield,
shit.
one from Saki, one from Seraphina, and we're good. You
I
all
have
had
no-
you all
I
had
have no
individual
money.
rooms, right?
One
I have,
gold.
I
I have
did,
no
yep.
money. I don't have any money.
You
so.
you
You have
will.
money from the
I-
last
Yeah.
our
that's the thing.
adventure. We have a little bit.
I thought
I
I
have
thought I had edited that.
I
in
don't
there.
remember that, so.
I got money.
Yeah, everybody has the exact same money. And when he starts demanding that you guys, everybody fork over this much, you all notice as you funnel open your pouches, all these small sacks that you have the exact same coin count and denominations of silver and gold. The exact same. It's even more bizarre is all the bags are tied the same, similarly. And you know that those are not your tie patterns.
Somebody meddled with our minds and our money, and I don't like either of those touched.
I don't know how that happened. I'm so careful.
Wait, you guys have money?
You didn't do that to us, did you, Serafina?
Are you accusing me of something?
I'm simply inquiring on to whether or not you had a hand in our disposition here.
You can manipulate magic, so
Can we not talk about magic?
Right, can I just get paid?
Okay, all right. I'll hand
what
him
do
the
we
3
agree?
coins
yeah, I gave him mine
that I got
for sure.
from
Yeah.
the other 3 people, and Snacks and I aren't paying shit.
He collects whatever the money is, making sure that there is at least 28 silvers worth, hoping that there's more. But
We'll tip him the extra 2 for the he
Sweet.
can keep the change.
He'll take the 3 gold, and he's very happy about it.
Right, well, you're always welcome here at the Old Boar, and I expect to see you back in a few days' time, if all goes well, right?
That's right. Be back.
Good. Be waiting with an amber ale for you.
Not me. I just want water. Unless you have some fruit-flavored beverages, perhaps.
sure we can
Non-alcoholic.
whip
But
something up.
I will exit to take care of a personal issue before we leave on our trek.
Can
I
can
shall
we can we
return.
take a little? Is there a chance to take a little break so I can try and figure this screen out?
Yeah, we can take a couple
Yeah.
of minutes.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, that's what we want to do. We can take a couple of minutes, guys. We're gonna go ahead and take like a 3 to 5er so that they can run off to the loo, to the little bathroom, and
Thanks for being with
do the
us.
thing.
Thanks for hanging out. I hope you're enjoying our first episode of D&D. Thanks for
We're back
the
in
the luck
Smackers.
the luck reroll as well, y'all. Appreciate the support.
What's the luck reroll? So like somebody gifted that or what?
Yeah, if we get 10 gifted subs, we get a luck
be back.
reroll up to 5. If somebody gives
Mm.
20 subs, they get to name an NPC. All right, we'll be right back. Hang tight.
Name an NPC, that's fun.
Hello, everybody, guys. Welcome back. This is the return back, and I hope that you had a decent break. It was, if not anything else, brief. Sorry, everybody was kind of waiting on me. I had to check on my partner and all that jazz. So we're back. Let's pick up where we left off. Everybody had just come to the agreement that you wanted to find your way to Hukrell General Store to see the husband. El Husbando. Is that still where we're feeling?
That is perfectly fine by Snacks.
We're fact
Yes.
checking.
Fact checking.
Fact checking. Okay. All right. I love it. I love it. Fine. You've paid your dues. You've established solid rapport with the tavern owner, and you've found your way in the direction of the general store. It doesn't take a lot of effort. There's not that many buildings that kind of center around town. You're even guided there. You ask, and you find Hukrell General Store. This is where I'm going to take the narrative stick, and I'm going to pass this off to other people. We've done this before in some of our other games. For those of you that are unaware as to how this works, I start asking questions, and my players fill in some of the gaps from their own take. So, channel owner, I'm going to ask him here. Cobalt, Hukrell General Store.
Okay.
You walk in. I would like for you to describe the husband, the manager of Hukrell General Store. What does he look like, if you would, please?
He is an extremely tall and skinny man. It looks like he's almost malnourished, like he hasn't been eating recently. He's got sunken in eyes with bags under them. His hair is a little bit like frazzled, almost like he's like a mad scientist, like he's been reading or researching all night. And despite all of this, when we enter, he musters a wide smile, a large smile a beaming smile, but it's a smile that like is almost forced, like somebody who's been working in retail for decades, like
Decades.
they have to.
He's blind.
He's not blind, fucker. He's got 20/20 vision, doesn't even need glasses. He's got the hearing of an owl. Okay, I don't know if owls hear well, actually.
He gives you this not so smug but very tight-lipped glance, and he kind of casts a smile in your direction, but it feels forced, right? You are at least understanding of what he's kind of going through right now. It's been a month since he's seen his children, and his wife is absolutely destroyed by this very fact. However, he still tries to remain decent. He wants to remain a positive effect here in force in Oakhurst. He nods to each of you, but he doesn't quite say anything. Still that smile, and he tends back to whatever he's reading over. Can I get a perception, please, from everyone that enters?
Yes, sir.
Nice job, Retsu with a 24. Snacks with a 10.
Where do I?
It's hard to compete with
Character
her.
sheet.
Oh crap! Just so everybody knows, my mom rolled a monster of a character during her stat
Yes.
rolls.
How
Just
is
so everyone's
that
aware.
Possible.
Because you have negative perception due to being half blind.
Yeah.
Great. Let's get those
Yeah.
rolls out of the way.
It's okay.
Saki with a
proceed
20.
for you.
Shiel with a 0. Slurpee with a 22. Snacks with a 10. And Retsu with a 24.
No hangover here.
I'm a little hungover.
Snacks,
Rolling 22s.
due to the nature of the location of where he's working or reading on this, it's just outside of your field of view. You're not going to catch this. Those of you that are above, like 4 feet tall, you're going to see this, with an exception to Shiel. Probably attention is elsewhere. You may be just looking at some of the mundanities of the goods that they seem to carry here at the general store. But it appears that he is writing ads. It looks like they're not quite wanted posters, but it's requests for aid, for sellswords, for adventurers, those who are brave and bold alike. And it's similar to the one that you fetched off of the wall of the Old Boar Inn. If you don't have anything that you'd like to say to him immediately, he's going to continue writing back.
Oh, I need to get me one of those. I've got the matching one right here from the inn. Now I'll have the whole set.
You've come to find work then.
No, actually, I think we've already made an agreement to take on this task from your wife, and we just came here to see if we could maybe purchase some rations before we leave, and anything else we might need, like some rope.
Whetstones.
Well, I
We
mean,
don't need
if you're
multiple, but yeah, okay.
if you're doing the job to help find my children, then I'm sure we could come to some sort of agreement after you fetch what you've needed.
All right, wonderful. Does anyone need anything? Some rations would be nice. Length of rope, since
Some
we're going to be
food.
going down into a ravine. Maybe some
Excellent.
pittance.
Stone.
I have rope already, but
Do you
some-
have any
some food
pittance?
supplies would be nice.
Yes, we have pittons. That's
Candles
Not
or
many,
torches?
of course we have both.
Anyone think of anything else they might need?
Sir Hooker, I just wanted to just verify a few things that my partner here has shared with the group as far as looking for your son. Is there a reward for this act?
Yes, yeah, there is a reward.
And could you share with the group what that would be?
Of course, I believe that my wife had set a price of 125 gold.
Serafina shoots an eye at Retsu and Snacks, and her eyebrows move. They move.
I never said how much they offered.
You did.
When did I do that?
I thought we asked you earlier. That's what I was checking. You said that you were going to say that we were going to get 50 gold.
No, that's way too low. I didn't say 50 gold snacks, did I?
No, I don't. I
I
overheard.
don't remember saying any
No.
amount.
No.
I just want to say out of game, I don't know if it's intentional or not, but constantly having devils at just nose level is kind of hilarious
Sorry.
considering that his character is
I'm,
so short.
I mean, I'm down.
Yeah, no, it's I don't know if anybody else has
Down
noticed it,
bad.
but it's
he's
brilliant.
short. That he's short, so he's barely.
I'm just gonna. I'll
Well-
pop up every once in a while, though. I'll do that.
I was actually told 100 though, so I don't know. Maybe your wife was trying to maybe she took a look at us and didn't think we were worth the full reward.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend. It's my wife is resting. She had a late night last night.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
I kept her up pretty late.
We're holding out that they are not lost. That an opportunity will come along and maybe very well with you and yours.
Sir, does anyone know what to expect down there?
Goblins.
I believe that there are goblins in the Sunless Citadel. Probably other nasty creatures that loom and lurk.
Are there any supplies you think that we might need for this journey?
I don't know what you have, but I would assume that you would need some light, maybe some rope.
Would you like us to
Fuel.
get you some wine, Saki, perhaps?
I'm good.
I wasn't really gonna get you wine.
I've got rope
You drink that.
and soap.
I can't really carry anything. My pack's already pretty full, so if I put anything else in this thing, I'm gonna slow everybody down.
Look.
I only-
That's what we
I only
have
weigh,
him
like, 30
for.
pounds.
All right, where is he? That's what we have him for. He's all muscle. Okay? We're gonna load him up, slide him right down that ravine. All right?
I have
Like a
most
walking
of the basics
house.
already, but I can carry whatever you can't.
I don't know if we can really put him first. I mean, he's blind in one eye.
No. That's even better.
If you keep your pants on, you might be able to ride on my shoulder, but if not, I don't know about that.
It's only pants off for sleeping and showing strangers who want to see what's down there, you know?
Yeah, he was a curious fellow, wasn't he?
We
I don't blame him.
digress.
I think if you are seeking more advice, or if you're seeking information, or even healing, you may want to find your way to the shrine.
The shrine.
As we have a shrine to the sun goddess.
That's ironic considering we're going to the Sunless Citadel. That insinuates the void of sun.
Yes, I see. I understand. Forgive me, my humor has been lost.
It wasn't a joke. I would imagine the twos don't get along very, very much.
I can't imagine that they do.
Well, if you think it'll help, we can certainly stop by the temple.
I certainly don't believe it will hurt.
Nobody has a problem with the sun goddess, do they? You're not going to burn up in the temple.
No.
No, I'd like to go.
All right.
Let's check it out.
I also have no qualms with gods.
Are there
I do
people
believe in
this,
them.
or is it just a shrine?
Are you asking, I'm not sure if that's devils or if that's
It's Snacks asking.
snacks.
Yes, there are the clergy at the shrine. Yes.
We can pick up some bandages or... Oh, actually, we could just buy bandages here. We definitely need those. Maybe something to sew ourselves up with as well.
I have a needle, but no thread.
Do you have spider silk here?
I have no spider silk. We've used it on our last
Well,
Fishing
encounter,
line.
and
How about
we have to
fishing
come
line?
across- Fishing line might come in handy.
We can
We
use
do
that
have
to
fishing line, yes.
stitch you up in a pinch with some fishing
I know.
line.
I have a sewing needle and thread.
Perfect. Okay, wonderful. We just need to make sure we can close our wounds so they don't get infected if we get anything down there.
So
As long
whatever
as we
you
have-
need, so long as it's affordable and it's not insane, he'll cut you a deal. Because you've specifically taken on the job of finding his kids, it'll come at half cost.
Cool. So yeah, I think I've got from what we've been talking about, like a little list. So rope, pittance, torches, rations,
whetstone for
fishing
snacks.
line, whetstone.
Write it down.
Oh,
Write
I
it down
used
and
some.
pay it.
I used some chalk and parchment. That was helpful. I want to get back up to 5 pieces there. It's like 2 pieces of each.
How much might a whetstone?
You guys have access to the books. You guys can
Rope,
figure this
yeah,
out. I
yeah,
certainly can't
yeah.
like find.
Yeah,
every,
we don't
every bit
have
in
to number
service.
crunch here. We can do this in
Yeah,
between
that's-
sessions.
It's totally
but,
fine.
But having a list, right? I don't like getting into somewhere and be like, oh, we said we had this, and it's not like,
Yeah.
You didn't write it down. Right?
yeah, we're not gonna be able to backtrack and pick up extra crap once we leave. So we need to make sure we're prepared before we leave.
Let me read off some of the stuff I have. So backpack, shovel, I have rope, torch, flint and tinder, I have a hand mirror, chalk and parchment, whetstone, water skin, rations, knife. So that's kind of what I'm carrying. The bedroll.
What about a ladder?
A ladder.
I'm not carrying a ladder.
Like a rope ladder. I mean, that's gonna be really heavy, but yeah, we're probably gonna have to rope it up. That's
Real
what the
quick,
pittons are
like,
for.
Out of character, do I need to stock arrows? Is that a thing, or?
Yeah, I mean, you should generally have a quiver or 2 of arrows on you.
Okay, because right now I don't have any quiver or arrows.
That's rough. Not a very good
So-
archer.
Ooh.
Just like grabbing the short bow and just throwing it at people.
Just picking up sticks and shit and slinging those.
Okay, so I'm gonna put a quiver.
Yeah, you'll at least. I would say, for the sake of the adventure, you should probably buy 2.
2 quivers
Yeah.
of arrows. Okay,
Maybe an extra pair of pants for snacks.
don't need
In
that.
case it loses them.
Guarantee that.
How does a
Maybe
sling work?
Speedo.
Am I able to like grab rocks off the ground, or do I need to
Yeah.
bring ammo for?
You can do either or.
Okay. I'll forgo the ammo for now then. I don't want to be range attacking, honestly, if I can help it, but
Sure. You never know when you need to, though.
yeah.
Okay, I've got the seal of the ring so that we can make sure it's the right ring symbol that we're looking for.
We should get a description of the children. I mean, it's not like there's going to be a ton of kids down there, but just so we know what
I
they
think
look
we
like.
have that
yeah.
already.
Okay.
On the bounty sheet, is that picture drawn? Is that of one
That's
of
right.
them?
And you
Yeah,
you
it's pulled up.
have
Okay.
you
yeah,
have
we
the
ha-
poster, right?
So we have
That you-
one. Can we assume that on the one that he's drawing, it's the other one, and we just have a copy of both?
No, he's just making copy. It's basically he's drawing the same thing on every
Oh,
one.
okay. All right. Well, then
He
I
does
would
go on
ask
to tell you that
if I could
that
get
he had met
picture.
that they didn't go alone, that they had went with 2 others.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
There was
Can we get visual
particular,
descriptions at least?
Sir
if not
Bradford?
pictures?
Sir Bradford. He is a paladin of Saren Ray.
That's
notable
that's
because
the
he-
sun goddess, right? The temples we're going to, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Wait, who's this we're talking about?
Staren Ray and this is Sir Bradford. He went with the missing
Correct.
people.
Just that's the only person who went with him.
Well, you said 4, right? So the 2
Yeah.
kids,
One
the
other one.
Palian, who's the?
Do we know who this?
Do we,
The
yeah,
fourth
do we?
is he said that he didn't really know much about them. They just knew them as he overheard one of them saying Caracas, and he is
that's-
he's an elven archer.
Sounds sus, but okay. Caracas.
sounds.
That's easy to
So
remember.
Sir
That's a magic
Bradford
card.
and Caracas went
Correct.
with the boys,
It's a son and a daughter. It's Talgan is the son, and the
Oh.
daughter is Sharwin.
the children. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
they were with Sir Bradford
Falcon,
and
Charlotte.
Caracas. He's from Venezuela.
And
I don't know.
are Sir Bradford and Caracas accounted for at this point?
No,
No. Okay. So
they're
4
all still missing.
Okay.
But they only care about the kids.
Just
Gotcha.
out of curiosity, which of the kids was on the poster? Was it
This is the boy.
The
It's
boy.
Talcon.
The man, I
Alden?
mean.
Okay.
Man.
Do you have
Trap
traps?
supplies. Yeah, I was
No.
gonna say trap supplies.
They don't. It's a general store. You can find general goods here. Not really much in the way of specified traps.
Okay.
If you find things that like you can build a trap out of, then sure, you can probably get away with that. But no, not that I would recommend anything in particular.
Okay, got it. I'm resourceful enough to find sticks, and we already have some rope.
Yeah, I
Got
think you're pretty screwed with just like deadfall traps, catching squirrels and shit.
Hey,
He'll
You
settle
get
up
your ass a bear trap.
whatever the cost is, and he ends your meet with, I wish you the best. I don't wish to doubt your capability, but even Sir Bradford said that they would be back in no time. And now I'm without my children.
Well, paladins are often very pompous and arrogant, so I'm not surprised. Either
think I've
way,
met a
we'll try
paladin.
to have them back. As safe
Will
as
you be leaving
possible.
today then?
Yes.
I think we should.
I'm feeling very rested. I'm well fed. I got my weapon sharp. I'm ready.
Well, then seek
Ready.
blessings at the shrine, and I bid you adieu. And I wish to see you in just a few days' time.
You just keep that gold warm for us. We'll have those kids, your children back in no time, one way or the other. Unfortunately,
He nods. There is no happiness to that nod whatsoever. You can tell that he's carrying this solemn natural state. He does not have nearly as much hope as his wife does.
realistic.
Yeah. You notice that the entire time his arms have never quite stopped crossing. It's very protected.
Hmm.
So with your newfound goods at a reduced fee, do you leave? Do you head to the shrine, or do you make your way down the old road?
Probably want to go to the shrine, right, y'all? Because he also said it was a paladin of Saren Ray, which would be linked with the shrine. Somebody might have information about him, as well
Yeah.
as us getting a potential blessing that would actually could be like a buff, depending on how it goes.
I think we
I'm
should
not
go
sure.
find as much information as we can.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
We can poke around and see if anybody's got more information on Sir Bradford.
wherever you guys want to go, I'll follow you.
I'm willing to go, but whether I stay the whole time, we'll just have to wait and see.
What goddess
you
do you
put-
worship, Seraphina? Or what god?
I worship no god. I wor- I worship no god.
Okay.
There's a coldness and a bitter retort to that response. Certainly something to be unpacked, but not everybody's ready to question that just yet. So you move onward to the shrine. Shrine of the Sun Goddess, Saren Ray. It's very interesting because this is an outdoor shrine. It's not what you would expect out of a church or a temple. This is quite literally an enormous statue of Saren Ray. It is this angelic figure with outspread arms in an open area that sun can just kind of beam straight down into. They do have bits of speckled and cracked mirror so that it can cast these reflections back and forth, sort of illuminating it even further. It's probably pretty beautiful at night, but during the day, it is certainly a spectacle to be seen. There are a few clergy walking and milling about. There does seem to be one particular that doesn't have anyone immediately tending to them. They're wearing different vestments then the others as well.
That's where I'll go.
She
Say,
stands atop
"Hello."
what your best guess is like a stone pew just before the matron Saren Ray herself. And when she sees you, she clasps her hand together tightly so you realize that she is just about your height standing on a pew. It's a gnome woman. Her hair has been braided right here straight down and then pulled back so that it keeps the hair out of her face. And her hair is long and it's naturally curly and very golden. Her face is incredibly welcoming with her bright and brilliant brown eyes.
Say gnome.
I did say gnome, yes.
Okay, that's not good.
That's great. I don't know what you're on about.
Saren
see-
Ray is a gnome.
No. You
Oh.
see
No,
the
it's-
heralding symbol of the god Saren Ray across
It's like
her
her-
vestments.
It's like her priestess, one of the priestess of the god.
Oh,
the
okay.
clerics, the clergy.
She welcomes you. Welcome in. Welcome in. And she puts out her arms, sort of like she's kind of doing like uppies.
Oh, you need a? Are you a hugger?
No, no.
Come on, don't be shy. Come on, bring it in. Come on.
No,
That's all
you're a
you
gnome.
snacks. That's all you snacks.
No,
Oh.
I'm leaving this temple.
Finally,
I don't want to
someone
be
gets their
any
snack.
part
What's-
of this.
What is your problem, Snacks?
The hell?
I'm not helping a gnome.
What's
I'm
wrong
not
with
talking to a
gnomes?
gnome.
Why? What's
Okay.
wrong with
It's
gnomes?
a little fucked up, buddy. What if I was a gnome? You wouldn't talk to me?
No, I wouldn't.
Wow.
They're short like you, though.
Th-
How can you have so much of a problem with them?
It's just something that's.
You know what? We don't need
in
trouble
our-
here. You can leave if you're gonna be rude.
Okay,
You can.
can I
leave.
just? Can I just? I'll stand outside. You guys figure out the information.
You don't mind him. He came from a
I
cave.
don't mind him. It's fine. Welcome to the shrine of Saren Ray. My friends call me Corky. My name is actually Dem Knackle Nim. Nice to meet you, but you can call me Corky.
I like the sound of that. That was playful. A whimsical
you.
name.
Thank you.
Well, we were sent here by the man at the general store, and he said that we could come here.
Or Crowd.
Mark.
Yes,
Mark, it's sad. It's sad.
Yeah,
we pray to Saren Ray for any gift, a light to guide them back to us.
Has that been helping?
No, but it doesn't stop our prayers.
All right.
Do
Well,
you know anything more about what happened to them, or anything about the
Or maybe-
Citadel itself?
Sir Bradford, you could give us some information about his capabilities, or
That's Sir Bradford. He prayed to the great matron, the light herself. But I think that there was more bluster and gusto than much else. There's something about him. I've been told to like all of my brothers and sisters alike, but that one didn't sit well with me.
Why is that?
Saren Ray wasn't designed to crush. She's not supposed to smite out all of her foes. She's a guiding force. And he brandished a weapon designed to crush. He called it Shatterspike. Shatterspike, that's it.
oh,
You
interesting.
can't miss it. It's a fancy blade, and it has ridges. Many ridges. He showed us. We're still picking up splinters of blade.
Snacks is kind of just like you can see barely watching in the camera. I don't
If
know
she-
if I can overhear this or not, but
If she looks over and she sees you, she just kind of waves.
Oh, so he's a kind of a show off then.
Well, at least he didn't get under my skirt to hide this time.
We wouldn't want that.
smells bad.
Wow. I'm learning all about our group, all sorts of things.
I would ask her if she knows anything about Caracas. She even knows that name. Anything about that elven archer that went with them?
That was the archer. I can't say that I know much about him. He remained pretty quiet.
Did they come here then, or you just saw them around
Yes.
the town?
I believe Caracas was traveling with Sir Bradford, yes.
And did they come here to pray?
No, they came looking for some line of work or something. They claimed to be the adventuring sort.
Oh, I
Then they
see.
got-
What kind
So
of
he didn't.
adventure were they
He
going
didn't live
on?
in a town.
Well, my guess is they wanted to find any of the remains of the Sunless Citadel.
See,
It's such a daunting name.
and
What
why?
feelings do you have about the Sunless Citadel?
Well, that clearly our goddess's light has not touched it in far too long. And if it was meant to sink into the earth, then I suppose it probably should stay there.
Interesting.
What else is there to say?
Why?
There
Why
are
would
two
these
kids
two?
lost in there?
Yes. Yes, I believe so. I believe that they are. Well, we're all someone's children, right? We didn't just fall from the sky.
Do you know if Sir Bradford and Caracas were assisting the children, or if it were the other way around? Were they the children hired, or the children hired as guides, maybe, to show
I
them the
believe it was
way,
something
or
like that, yes.
so the children were hired?
The Krells have been here for a long time. I watched those same children grow up. They used to play outside of the shrine. Everyone grows up. It's time to get away from the nest, and they found an opportunity. And Sir Bradford was loud. He was boisterous. His feathers were brighter than most.
Mm.
It's easy to draw someone away when you are that way.
He coaxed them into helping. I see. All right.
Well, Talgan is gifted. He was gifted with magic. And Sharwin, none different.
What kind of magic? The magic of this deity?
No, this is self-taught.
Wizards then.
Very studious, that one.
Don't like wizards. Hard to kill.
We try not to kill people around here if we can avoid
Oh
it.
no, I'm sure you don't, but that's your job. You smile and pray and hope things just fix themselves, and then I do the dirty work, right?
That's not entirely accurate. But whatever helps you sleep at night.
I'm just trying to learn.
Well, we heal the sick. We offer an opportunity. We provide fortune for those that are unfortunate.
Is there anything you can do to help us if we intend on going into the Citadel? Any kind of protection or,
Oh, we're
or
going. This
relics we
sounds-
can take?
We're going.
I can probably provide a blessing for the day, if you intend to leave for the day.
I think it's our next destination, right?
We're headed there right now. Trying
A
to
blessing
get
would be
there while we
appreciated.
have the light of Sarenrae.
And what about your friend? Does he not want to be blessed?
No, I'm not.
He's
I
a
don't
little
want anything to do
stubborn
with you.
when it comes to magic, I think, and apparently gnomes didn't know that. Sorry about that.
Yeah. A little
that's fine.
ruder than usual.
It's fine. I'm not too upset about it.
I'll
Why
tell
don't you
you
go-
about it after you talk to her.
Why don't you just go grab him and bring him in? I'll bless him anyway.
No, you shouldn't. No, you won't.
Oh, I did see him sharpen his weapons last night, and I really don't want to get injured before
wanna-
we go.
Yeah, I don't want to get in a grapple
Snacks,
contest.
can you
right
just
now.
close your eyes and put your hands over your ears, and it'll be over in two. You won't even notice the difference. Just trust me.
I'll be outside.
Yeah, intelligence is not that one's strong suit, but I'll take any
It's
help I can
fine.
get.
It's fine. She raises her hands up and she begins to cast a spell. It's a divine magical spell. It's a bless. But this doesn't seem to go on as like the standard casting time, which would normally be like 5 or 6 seconds. she seems to bleed a lot of power into this. It goes on for probably 20 or 30 seconds. And you notice that the light that seems to kind of cascade down in this circular open spot, it seems to bounce from these speckled and cracked mirrors back and forth, and it rains down over your body. And you can feel this warmth, this natural and this surrounding warmth that seems to envelope you. And for at least a 24-hour period, you'll be granted a boon. It's Serenray's boon. It will be a +1 to attack and damage and saves.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Mm.
That's nice. That's pretty versatile.
Do we get Snacks' share of the blessing?
No,
No.
Snacks just doesn't get it.
Do we have to go in and actually make those changes, or?
No, well, we all have it, so
Yeah, you'll
Oh,
all have
okay.
it. So whenever
Okay,
you
okay.
roll, I'll add 1 to
Yeah,
it
we'll
so
just
that the
remember.
challenge is
I just
different.
want to make sure I don't miss.
Nice free power attacks.
Is she done?
Not yet. You might want to stay out. You don't want any gnome cooties.
go.
Lucky I don't kill her.
Just getting a tan over here, all right?
And I
Oh.
believe that with that, you have everything that you need to start the descent into the old road.
I will tip them 10 silver and say,
Completely unnecessary, but she is very happy to fill the church's coffers with your 10 silver.
look, you gotta tip so that they take care of you. They're gonna remember us, all right?
Yeah. Yeah, nice. Versatile. Love it. She's very happy about this. She waves you on. In fact, she doesn't even try to wave. She immediately like tries to lean in to give you a hug. She's a hugger.
I'll hug her,
Yeah, she's happy to give you a hug.
pat her on the back. Some of my best work right there. Pat on the back.
And then she personally goes out to greet you, devils. She waves, just be safe now. Power of Serenray guide you.
I'll just mumble under my breath and
Rabble. And this is our best opportunity to call tonight's session. Next week when we play, it's going to start encounters. The dungeon itself is before you. It is a
Means
very
fights.
unforgiving place.
Can't wait.
Combat.
Man, I I hope you guys are ready. 'Cause,
Please don't
Getting out
touch
of
any
the-
water.
getting out of there is going to be hard.
That keeps it exciting when
guys
you
have
touch
plus-
the water.
+2
Yeah.
stats, so you guys
Keeps
should
us
be
real
okay.
dead.
I'll be in the back.
Your bellyache when Saki touches the water. The never-ending.
It's okay. You
gut
got some weird healing reverse time shit going on with
True.
you.
Yeah, that's true.
You had some magical shit happen with you healing your
Oh.
wound.
Oh, my
There's definitely some things-
scar's gonna be gone tomorrow. Fucking
I've
weirdo.
got some new spells I can stabilize now.
There's definitely some things going
Bless
on
and cure light wounds.
that you're not sure about. There's not been enough information leaked. But yeah, Seraphina has a little bit more going on. Everybody seems to have a little something going on. They've got some sort of personal quest. But that was our session 1. And I think it was a great introduction to your characters, to envelope them in the world and elope, pretty much all of your viewers into this as well. At least those that decided to stick around. It is kind of late. I know it's late. But I just
This
wanna say
is
thank you guys
awesome. We
for
had
watching.
so many
Thank you
people
so
hanging out,
much.
Thanks,
lurking.
everybody. Yeah.
Like, it's beyond my
had
expectation.
fun.
I really appreciate it because it's something new we were trying on the channel.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that everybody's having fun and enjoying it, and something we want to keep going for a
Also,
little while here.
Just to keep you guys in the loop on the events here. This is not maybe their immediate first time, right? But this is pretty new for a lot of them. Most of them aren't regular D&D
Yeah.
players, and
Definitely
they're,
not.
they're still getting their feet wet on this. So it's going to be a bit of a slow roll, but when they finally find their footing in this, man, it's just gonna. I think you'll be surprised. I think you'll be very happy with this. I'm excited to see some of the flavors of the characters sort of steeple out as well. It's
Yeah,
nice.
I noticed the gnome that you threw in there.
Well, there's gonna be
believe it or
gnomes in
not-
the world, bro.
Believe it or not,
Don't
She's
be
actually written in the book.
racist.
Oh, funny.
Yeah, her name is she goes by Corky, but her name is Dem Knackle. Yeah. The only thing that I threw
Dem
in was the
Knackle.
last name Nim. So Dem Knackle Nim. Yeah.
Just so happens that kobolds are arch enemies with gnomes.
Oh yeah, well, I just think
Yeah,
you're
not
rude.
all of them. They don't all think that, but when you walk in, you're like, "There's a gnome in this bitch."
Yeah.
Fuck this place. I'm out. Like,
Just turn
you're
your
gonna
back
make,
to
You're
him.
gonna make some. You don't want free. You don't want a free blessing from my God. Alhamdulillah. You're like, no, fuck you. That's not gonna. It's not
Well,
gonna go over
I
super
mean,
smoothly.
according to the lore, they the gnomes imprisoned the kobolds' gods. So,
It's really personal.
Yeah, okay. Does that'd be like
like, you
dragons?
guys are lucky I
then?
just didn't fucking run up there and try to pickaxe their
I was
back.
about to. I'm surprised you didn't bite her.
I was about to, but I didn't want to ruin the shit, you know?
Oh goodness.
Yeah,
Well,
you
thank
better
guys.
not.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, bub.
I
That was fun.
appreciate
Thank
you.
you, Bob.
I appreciate you guys for playing. And for those of you that watched, again, thank you very much for sitting down with us for our session 1. The next couple of sessions are going to be kind of hard. It's going to be a little bit grittier. We're going to see a bit more of the tactical and strategical response.
I might be begging y'all for luck rerolls, is what he's saying.
You're going to need them. Plus, we're going to find other ways to incentivize, make it interesting for you guys so that you have a little more control in the world and that you can inflict your own brand of personal damage. So stay tuned.
Oh, great.
And
I hope,
Yeah,
Lord,
hassle.
I hope Lord CDM's gone.
hassle
So
the players all you so desire, right? The more action that we get from you guys, the more often we get to do this. So thank you guys for absolutely everything. I'm good. I'll let
Okay.
Cobalt
Alright.
do his send-offs.
Let's get out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow. We've got
Bye.
Endless Dungeon sponsored stream tomorrow with some Isaac speedrunning, so it should be a good time. I'll see you then. We'll sprinkle in some hardcore WoW as well. Good night. I hope everybody enjoyed the first episode. Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.